Okay. Huh? Yeah. Hello and welcome to tonight's awesome episode of Vuuldonia by Starlight here at Practical Heroes Network. I'm Jordan, the Game Master, as always. A couple quick announcements, a little bit of a recap, and then we'll get right into tonight's episode. So, as always, you can catch myself and Lindsay in our flagship campaign, Immortals, every Tuesday on Spotify at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's on iTunes, Anchor, I believe we're on Stitcher, anywhere your favorite podcasts are played. As always, we thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you miss any episodes, want to catch up where we're all at, you can find every single session, including the 3 sessions before we started live streaming, all on our YouTube channel. You can visit practicalheroes.com for all our social media links, our YouTube channel, all that fun stuff. We are on Patreon if you like what we do, and want to help us grow. Any money you guys give goes right back into the shows. And I think that's it. So a little recap. Or actually, you know what? Well, we need the cast for the recap, actually. So 1 second. Let's do this thing. Without further ado, let's do some Vuuldonia by Starlight, guys. What do you say? Let's do that, and some of this, and we'll move this up to here. Let's see here. All right. All right, so we didn't do the recap yet. I figured have all you guys in here for the recap.
Fantastic. I'm excited.
Right?
What did we do last time?
Right? Who knows? We all forget, right? Everyone forgets.
It's a mystery.
What's new,
we
Scooby?
won.
Why do I have a Scooby-Doo? Right? Let's see.
We
all
defeated
right, so
Tiamat.
last time...
Yep.
no Tiamat. No Tiamat.
No.
One sec. All right. There we go. Okay. Close that out. There we go. Close. Alrighty. Let's see. Where is my OneNote? Because I did some preparation, as a good DM does. Alright, so last time our heroes had awoken to find 2 of their own had left on their own mission, leaving behind some various items. After a brief moment of sadness and comfort given by Rush, you all decided to head into the foyer, or I think I said foyer last time, to join Rush's mother for breakfast, where you kind of exchanged some of the goings-ons that you had gotten into over the last day. You had informed Rush's mother of the info Leaphide had given you about the strange new visitors to the north on the part of the island, and you had mentioned plans to go north, but Rush's mom implored you to wait and not to go north, to let the town's guard investigate, to which I feel you reluctantly agreed, which is fine. So in the meantime, you all discussed doing some of the jobs that you had seen posted on the job boards when you first arrived in Sapphire Oasis. You stopped at Hammerhead Smithy to inquire about gathering sapphires, while also asking if Hammerhead Smithy could look at the strange black stone you recently acquired on your journey to Palmaflora. You stopped at the Squid Ink Brew House and talked about what they needed done. Stuff's been getting stolen at night, some of their food stocks and food piles. And then you headed over to the Dovetail Inn, where you met Seamus and got information on that they needed help gathering food for the upcoming Ocean Mother Festival. He gave you 3 bags of holding to hold the food in, and you guys set about your merry way. You quickly got to the Sapphire Pool on top of the mountain in the north. You had no trouble collecting sapphires. You did see a large, stark white figure in the distance in the trees that never approached, but you kept your watchful eye. Somri was visited once again by the mysterious goose that just vanished out of existence for a moment. And then you began to head your way over to the top of Sharkfin Cove over here, to where you know the clearing is that Seamus needs food gathered from. And before you headed into the clearing, you heard a blood-curdling scream cut through the jungle noise. And that is where we left off. So what would you guys like to do?
I think we should go check that out.
Guys, I think we should. I think screaming is like one of those things that you go check out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, so you guys
Totally
are going to run towards the screaming. One sec. Sorry, everybody. That's fine. All right, you guys begin to run forward, and within a few moments, about 30, 40 feet later, you burst into this clearing. And let me change my background so you can get an idea what you see, because I'm doing that for my stuff. Add image. D&D. Oh, no, maps. Oh, shoot, where is it? Am I not going to be able to find it now? Of course not. Oh, wait, Dungeon Draft? Shoot, now I'm not going to be able to find it. Watch. That's okay.
It's a beautiful open field, and it's actually a children's birthday party that's going on. What we were hearing were screams of delight.
Screams of joy.
Everything is great.
Yeah.
I'm hitting a pinata.
They offer us gold for showing up.
And candy.
And candy.
Cake.
And it's perfect.
Yes.
He hasn't denied
An
it.
Owlbear picnic.
I know I haven't denied it. It's fine. Export.
Mm.
Haha, there we go.
On this episode, the party crashes a toddler's birthday.
Are we going to steal candy from children? Absolutely.
They were giving it to us.
Falls on the
There.
ground.
Yeah,
Free game.
All right, let's see. Okay. Here we go. Change virtual background. Now let's do it. Still super chill vibes. You guys are still running towards the clearing is what it is. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay, here you go. This is what you see as you burst into the clearing. if it changed it yet. And what you notice instantly as you break through this clearing is you see about 3 large simian animals just ravaging the trees, ravaging the little patch of vegetables and other food. And then at the moment, you also see a strange figure that kind of clicks that you've seen before. And at this point, I will welcome our new player to the table.
Hi.
Go ahead and let everyone know what they see as they burst into this clearing of your character defending these few commoners in this clearing.
She's basically stood there with her rapier held aloft. It's a very, very tall, lanky, kind of awkwardly so, bronze-skinned woman. Lots of gold decoration, piercings on her face. Short, blackish blue hair. And she's definitely braced for defense, the defensive stance. And she has these piercing green eyes that kind of flick up to the newcomers and back to the threat as they approach.
All right, and what you see her defending from are 2 large ape-like creatures with multiple arms. And anyone who wants to get a real quick scan of the battlefield before initiative is rolled, go ahead and give me a perception check, whoever wants to.
I'm going to.
Okay. No, you can't, Lynn, because you said you wanted to. I'm kidding,
It's
obviously.
not fair.
All right. Well, my passive is 17.
Okay, you would have got a good clear.
Yeah, I got a
view of it all.
21.
Okay.
I got a 14.
No problem. You all kind of see it. You notice back in, like, over here, this path, you guys would have come in kind of on this path down here. I don't know if you can really see it. That's where you guys would have kind of busted in, is over in this area. And what you notice on this side, over kind of hidden in the trees, is a hulking, large, stark white, cuts through the darkness of this dense jungle canopy, white ape. Just standing in the trees, and you see him, and you hear these grunts as he begins grunting and shouting in a language you have no idea what it is. Kind of what seems to be giving commands to these other apes. And I need... Son of a... I didn't save the sound module I made. It's okay.
Oh.
That's fine. It's alright. So I need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative, please. Oh. 16 for Zisha. Alright. What did Lynn roll? Or Summary, I mean?
9.
Ooh. Oof. Rush?
This is why I'm
14.
using these dice.
13. Okay.
13.
Aurora? 13. Okay. Let me roll for the baddies. Using my brand new turquoise dice. Turquoise
Ooh.
dice.
Doice.
Turquoise dice.
Your doice or
I might
noise.
We got
Doice.
some nice doice.
add. Some nice dice. Some nice dice. Alright, here we go. Let's see. They get a... Ooh, natural 20 on that one.
Oh, good. It's wasted on initiative.
A few.
And a natural 1. Breaking in that
Balance.
dice the right
There's
way.
balance,
Right.
yeah, balance in the world.
Alright. Alright. Zisha, what is your total HP right now?
It is double checking
A
the
million.
sheets. 40.
No worries. 40?
vouching.
Okay. Okay. Rush, what is your total HP and then your current HP?
40.
40. Okay. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure no one's taken any damage, so. Aurora?
Yeah.
44 and 44.
Okay. And Shamre.
44.
All right. Okay, I don't feel so bad. I was trying to figure out, like, building this encounter, how much HP you guys had without looking, because I didn't want to just go through the hassle of clicking that many web pages open. And because I was like, I don't want an enemy that can take you out in one hit. So I'm like, oh god, how high is their HP? All right.
That's foreboding.
Right? It's okay.
It's never good.
You can always
two
run
hits.
away.
It's 2 hits. It's fine.
We could run away.
It's totally fine.
Yeah.
You can always run
But-
away. Oh,
How many villagers are there?
all the villagers. You actually, you see there's about 6 or 7 villagers, all huddled kind of near the same side you guys are. They're kind of like over here, and there's one of the monsters is over here. The one that's in the trees is like right above my head, and the other one will be kind of like down on the bottom of the pool. You see Zisha's kind of just scanning the area. They haven't really started to fully... It looks like there's been a lull in the combat almost. Kind of like with you guys busting onto the scene, they've kind of taken a pause to kind of reassess the situation. There you go. Alright. So at the top of the round, it is going to be the huge white ape in these trees. And you hear him just kind of grunt and shout as he picks up a spear or not even a spear, just kind of a stick that is crudely sharpened, and he's going to launch it in Zisha's direction. Zisha, what is your AC?
C is a spicy 15.
Oh, that is a spicy 15. Don't worry, he doesn't get a modifier because this is technically an improvised weapon.
Oh.
Oh no! Fell out of the thing. Oh.
That's a nat 1, basically.
The nat 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he totally misses with an 8, and you watch as he grabs it, and he just throws the spear, missing you. But next thing you know, you look behind you and you see it impales a commoner that is off to your right side. And that will end his turn, which brings us to
That will end
Zisha.
his life?
That
Commoner.
definitely. I'm not even
commoner.
rolling for the commoner. Zisha, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, seeing the impalation of the one of the commoners that she was attempting to defend, Zisha is going to go ahead and, as long as they're within 30 feet, dart forward and take a stab at the nearest one with her rapier.
All right, you can't get to the one that threw the spear, but you can either get to the one that's towards the bottom of the pool or the one that's towards like the food patch. So your choice.
All right, let's go food patch.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
All right. It's a 10.
Ooh, that misses. As you run up, you see this hulking large beast just kind of turn and look at you, kind of throw you off for a minute as its 4 huge arms kind of flex up, and it lets out this kind of loud snarl, kind of throwing you off your aim for a minute. You still have your bonus action. I'll say you have like 5 feet of movement left.
Okay. Bonus action, she will give Bardic Inspiration to... who is the one she was closest to in the last thing? I think Somri. Yeah, she'll give Bardic
All right.
Inspiration to Somri and say, "Get your ass in here."
All right.
The inspiring
Alright.
phrase.
Get your ass in here.
That is the end of her turn.
I love it. All right, that brings us to Rush. Aurora, you're on deck.
Alrighty. Yo, it's the chick from the circus thing. That's awesome. Hey. And then is going to cast Oh, what's fun?
What's a fun spell?
What's a fun spell? How far is Rush from Big White?
I'd say he's probably at least 70 feet away.
That is too far. So, not that spell. Instead, Rush will move up 30 feet and cast Moonbeam.
Okay.
So, holds up one of the little puka, rubs his puka shell or their puka shell necklace, and the moon rises above out of nowhere, and a beam of light washes down upon the four-armed ape-like creature. And that is my turn.
Awesome. And what was it we had reread about that? It's
when it starts its next turn, it will be in the moonbeam, so that's when it will do its saves and its damage.
Perfect. Okay, gotcha. Not right when you cast it. Perfect.
Right.
All right. So that go ahead and ends Rush's turn. 1 second. Doing a little makeshift map of my own here on my lovely graph paper. I have a total battle map out. What are you talking about?
Totally. We're on above VTT right now. It's
absolutely. Yeah. That is the plan, is to eventually use that awesome thing. Pool of water. Okay. Moonbeam is over that guy. Alright, awesome. That brings us to Aurora. It is your turn. Samra, you're on deck.
Okay, how far from me is the guy that threw the spear?
He's about 70 feet away from you also.
Alright, then I'm gonna cast, let's see, at second level, Guiding Bolt at him.
Alright, roll to hit.
With a 18 to hit.
18 just hits.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll some damage.
4, 5, 4, 5, 5d6, 12, 27 damage.
All right. You let forth this. Is her guiding bolt any specific color?
It is like a dark purple, kind of like looks like stars amongst it.
Okay, I dig it. You let out this dark, rich purple guiding bolt that almost twinkles like it's a comet as it rockets across this pool, and you see it even makes a little wake across the pool in the middle as it strikes this great white ape in the chest, and you watch as it's radiant, or is it lightning damage? It's radiant damage, isn't it?
It's radiant damage.
You watch as this radiant energy kind of explodes around it, and you notice it doesn't go quite as far as you think it would, like the spread of damage, but you definitely connect it, and he is lit with this purplish hue as he takes it square in the chest, and you just see him stare at you and smile, and you see these gnarly fangs just exposed. Is there anything else you want to do? You have your bonus action.
With that, I'm going to, well, can I drop both my sword and my mace at the same time?
I'll allow it, because are you talking about your special sword?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow it, because your sword, that is just mainly a hilt. So yeah, I'll allow it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Awesome. All right, Samri, that brings us to you.
Perfect. I'm actually going to do the same thing as her.
Okay.
And roll for healing word. I rolled a dirty 20.
Okay. Wait, you're rolling for a healing word?
Or guiding bolt, sorry. I was looking.
I was like, no one's hurt yet.
It's in the list. Guiding bolt, and I wouldn't need to roll for healing word either. I just cast it. Perfect.
Yeah. That's okay.
So.
Are you attacking the same thing?
I am.
All
I
right,
like
roll
the
with advantage.
idea that the purple bolt goes right through and then it's followed up by my orange bolt, like right after.
Perfect. I love it. Awesome. Roll with advantage.
Oh. I rolled an 18 for damage.
It's just 18 to hit, or?
No, I rolled a dirty 20 to hit.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, okay.
I rolled 18
All right.
damage.
You watch as, again, Aurora's let loose this purple bolt, and your orange one, you're like, oh, that's a great idea. You instantly launch it. And it's almost like yours is flying right underneath of it, hidden by the purple bolt. And as the purple bolt hits the chest of this great ape, you see him take his hand and swipe down on yours. And it hits his hand, and you see some orange radiant energy cross against it. And it doesn't... It seems like you can tell it hit, but it's just... You can tell he seems kind of unfazed, and you see him look over at you as well, and his smile just gets a little bit bigger.
Rude.
Rude.
Rude. I thought these
Yeah.
things were supposed to not be down this far, is what I yelled to Rush. I thought your mom said not to worry about this. And I'm going to move. I'm going to move closer to
Okay.
Zusha.
All right, you are
And
able to get there
I'm
with
gonna
your
say
full
apparently they
movement.
were
Yeah.
wrong.
And pull out my big mace.
Don't forget the tail guard. They're all volunteers, so like they're doing the best they can.
All right, that ends Summer's turn and brings us to the gigantic Guralion that is right in front of Zisha and Samri. And you see him just let out this loud, incredible pump his chest a little bit as he is going to make 2 attacks on... Oh, let me see how many attacks they actually... Because they do a lot. Yeah, they get 5 attacks. I'm sorry, everybody. He's going to do 2 attacks at Zisha with his claws. First one is a 19, as he just swipes right across the center mass of you, and you take 7 points of slashing damage.
Oh, we forgot. He needs to do his it's a con save.
This
He's
isn't
in
the one you put Moonbeam on.
Moonbeam.
Did you? I thought you
it's a
cast it on the
different
one that
one,
threw the
okay.
spear. Yeah. The one your moonbeam
big
is over
one.
here. Your moonbeam's above my head.
Oh, okay.
The Zisha and Samri are over by this little cabbage patch over here.
Cabbage patch.
Okay, I need my stickies.
Cabbage patch. Do the cabbage patch.
I hope cabbage
All
goes
right.
flying.
And
Cabbages.
right as you feel these 4
Tickle me.
claws just cut through you, Zisha, he's going to swing
here.
a second time
There.
with a 17 to hit.
Damn it, yeah. That hit.
And that is 5 more points of slashing damage as you're able to just kind of almost duck out of the way, but just not soon enough.
Okay.
And then as Samrian, like right as you run up and get up to this new adventurer in this clearing who you recognize from a dream you had last night. It's just starting to register now that you're closer. You watch as she gets slashed twice across the chest, and as you're about to say something, you watch as these 2 hands below the 2 massive ones that just struck her come swinging at you for a natural 1 for a 7, so it misses, as you're able to just kind of slide out of the way a little bit. And the second one is a 22 to hit.
Oof. I feel like I
As-
dodge the first one and then just roll right into the second.
Yeah, you see this first one, which is the arm closest, just kind of doing a backhanded claw at it, so you're able to just sidestep. And as you turn your back to kind of turn, you just feel the claws dig into your back from the second one as you take 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then, seeing as he missed with that first claw attack on you, he's going to do his fifth and final attack as he kind of begins to lean in, open his mouth, and he's going to try and bite you for 15. Does 15 hit?
Yeah, it does. I thought you were
15
saying
hits,
15
alright.
damage, and I was like, oh my god.
No. And you just watch. You barely are able to turn your head in time as you see this massive mouth just kind of lock in on your shoulder, just digging into you with this powerful jaw as you take 7 points of piercing damage. All right, that ends their turn. Then now it brings us to other bad Grellion at the bottom, and you see, what's he able to do here? Move up to his speed torso so you can see. Aurora, you having cast this bolt, you're kind of scanning the battlefield, seeing Somra get swiped twice and bitten. You just hear this loud thundering run behind you as almost instantly the one that's at the bottom of the pool is on top of you, and he is pissed and going to take all 5 multi-attacks out on you for a 15 to hit. I think misses.
That is a miss.
Okay. Attack number 2. That is a 18 to hit.
That
I
hit.
believe your AC's right at 18. As you're able to just kind of raise your arm up, hit him right in the wrist to move that one, but it leaves you wide open as this claw digs right into your gut as you take 7 points of slashing damage. Oh, nope. He hurt the wrong person. Sorry. There we go. 7 damage. So attack number 3. That is a 11 to hit, so that's a miss. Because your AC is 18, right?
It's 16.
Oh, oh yeah, it was 18 because of the shield thing.
Yes.
And the next one is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
All right, and again, you see this other swipe, and you raise up your other arm with your mace to, again, knock the wrist away, but leaves you wide open as this fourth arm comes and just hits you right in the side for 5 points of slashing damage. And as both your arms are raised, kind of defending these blows, you see the mouth begin to open up, and he lunges at you with a snarl to make his final attack, which is a bite attack, for a 22 to hit.
That hits.
And you just, again, feel like Somri, feel the jaw close in on your shoulder and just clamp down as these gnarly fangs and stuff dig in for 7 points of piercing damage. And that ends
With
his
that,
turn, which brings... oh yeah, go ahead.
Can I use a reaction?
Absolutely.
Alright, he needs to make a dex saving throw.
All right. What's the DC?
13.
He rolled a 15.
Alright, so he only takes half. So 8 points of 8 points of lightning damage.
And is that already halved?
Yes, that's already halved. It
Okay,
was
perfect.
It was It was 16.
All right. Awesome. All right. That brings us to the top of the round, which big ape gorilla dude needs to make a constitution save, right? Rush for Moonbeam?
Yes.
All right. He rolls a natural 1. Let's get that spicy damage.
All right. gonna be a toasty 9.
All right. Toasty night.
Very tough.
You see him as he begins to step move. You watch as some of the hair on him kind of almost gets singed from this moon as he just forces his way through it. It looks like, what type of damage is the moonbeam?
That is radiant.
Okay. You seem to notice for some reason, almost as if the two guiding bolts, even though they didn't seem to hurt him as much, you're confident just from judging out that the moonbeam seemed to do the full, not a lot of damage obviously, but it seemed to do the full amount of damage it did do. Like maybe the guiding bolts weakened him in a sense. And he moves out, and let's see, he is going to, let's see, I'm going to roll for this one because he now has an idea of which 3 can cast spells. All right. You watch as he begins to just start to slowly build momentum, and you hear thundering steps as this large beast pushes these last 2 trees out of the way. He runs a little bit, and he's going to jump, and you watch as he clears a solid 30 feet and lands right over by the cabbage patch. Not right there, but he cleared 30 feet with the jump, and that was his bonus action, and he's going to end up moving on the movement to where he sees Somri, and he's just going to go straight for a bite on Somri.
Do it. Do it.
For a 9, so he misses. No worries. And that ends his turn, actually. Yeah, that ends his turn. So that brings us to Zisha. It is your move. As you watch now, all of a sudden you hear this loud thundering thud as he lands behind you, and you hear the steps run up, and you watch as he tries to bite Somri and misses. You now have this gigantic white ape behind you and this 4-armed monstrosity ape in front of you. What do you want to do?
All right. Do either of them seem like they're kind of the alpha in this situation, or like the leader of the pack, or anything like that?
Give me a real quick perception check. I won't take up your action or bonus action.
Oh, that's generous.
I know. Because I don't want to kill you too hard. You seem to
leave a little
notice that the one that's behind you, the large 2-armed giant white ape,
Okay.
is actually wearing some improvised armor, and definitely seems like he's calling the shots. As you're watching him move and move around, you see him kind of grunt directly in the direction of one of the 4-armed apes and to the other one, and you see him kind of nod and all that stuff. So you definitely get the idea that he's the one in charge.
All right. So, Leisha is going to lift a hand to her casting focus, and she is going to go ahead and unleash. It's actually almost like a mist, but it dissipates very quickly and kind of settles over the face of the 4-armed ape that she's next to. She's casting Phantasmal Force, and she wants to put the illusion of the boss ape defending our party.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I like it. All right, so you're casting that on the 4-armed ape.
Mm-hmm.
Does he need to make any sort of saving throw
Yes,
yet?
it's an intelligence saving throw, DC 13.
Ooh, spicy DC. Intelligence. Yeah, because they have the 4-armed ones have a -3. So
Let's hope it's
That's
low
lovely.
then.
that is a 4 total after the minus. All right, so you cast a spell, and instantly you see him shake his head a little bit and turn his head crooked, as what he sees is this white ape kind of step in front of both of you.
Okay.
All right.
And that is her action. I don't know if it counts on the initial casting, but it can take 1d6 psychic damage per round, but I don't know if that's on the initial casting.
Because it can try to break the illusion, right, at the end of its turn?
It's concentration.
Okay.
It can use its action to examine it with an intelligence investigation check against my spell save DC.
Okay.
So it doesn't get a constant save, but it can use its action to
Okay.
check it out.
All right.
And then I can just start the psychic damage next time and figure it out in the in-between, sorry.
Perfect. No worries. No worries at all. Yeah, that works totally fine. All right, so that ends Zisha's turn.
Mhm.
All right, Rush, it is your turn. Aurora, you are on deck.
Okay. So if big guy moved, that means that
Mhm.
northern part of the jungle is now free of gorilla things.
Yeah. Yes.
So Rush is going to yell at the villagers to guys, run that way. There's not like a big thing over there anymore. So like get the fuck out of the way. And
You see him kind of, and you see him begin to kind of pause for a moment as they begin to actually go through the pool and try to wade and swim their way across.
do they seem like they're going through the water okay?
Yeah,
they
they
doing
seem
the
to be
thing?
swimming.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because don't want Rush to actually accidentally kill people.
Yeah, no, they
would
all
have
seem
trouble.
proficient in
Okay.
swimming.
Good. They should be. This is an island of swimmers. All right. So yeah, Rush will spend time doing that and then position themselves between the villagers and the apes and move the moonbeam over onto the boss again.
All
So
right.
it just goes swoop. And that's
Perfect.
his whole deal. Or their whole deal.
Alrighty.
Listen, I am off
Perfect.
tonight.
It's okay. It's been a minute. All right, that brings us to Aurora. Samri, you're on deck.
I am. I have a couple things I want to do, but I don't know if I can
Alright.
do them. Okay.
Well, all you can do is
first
ask.
First, I want to call my necrotic shroud.
All right. And anyone that sees you has to make a saving throw, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, they do.
Alrighty. And that takes a bonus action if I'm correct, right?
That is a action.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you're totally able to use your action to do that as you kind of throw your arms down with your mace in one hand and the hilt of this sword in the other as these skeletal black wings kind of unfurl, and all three of them will make is it a charisma, I believe?
Christmas saving throw, yep.
All right. I will go with these guys first. What's the DC?
11.
11. Okay, first one is a 0. The one that is right next to Aurora is a 0. And then the other one, the other 4-armed monstrosity, is a 4. Okay. Shoot, where's he at? There he is. Alright. And he gets a 6. All of them fail.
Alright, they'll be frightened of me for a minute.
Alright, that's a lot. Okay, sweet. Perfect. Alright.
The second
that's your
thing I
action?
would like for my bonus action, I would like to rage.
Absolutely. All right, you kind of just are you're letting that anger that you felt for so long just come forth as you just feel the rage take over your body. All right, that ends your turn.
Yes, because isn't calling the lightning to my sword an action?
It's a free action.
It's a free action. Then I will call the lightning to my sword, and then that ends my turn.
Perfect. All right, Zisha, you watch. Rush and Samri have kind of seen this before. You watch as this red-haired warrior kind of holds up this hilt, says this phrase out loud, and you watch as this magical cloud begins to form, and you hear the thunder in the background as this lightning bolt comes straight for her hand, and the hilt catches it and freezes it and shapes it into this blade. And Aurora, your sword, it now has a blade on it. That ends your turn. So Samri, it is your turn now.
So I have the one behind me that tried to bite me and the one in front of me that did successfully bite me, correct?
Correct. You have the four-armed
Okay.
one in front of you and the other one behind you.
Okay, so I have my book out. I'm going to try and just like wall up the one that's right in front of me, the four-armed one,
Okay.
upside
Sweet.
the
Go ahead
head.
and roll to hit.
18?
18 hits. Roll some damage.
Heck yes. 4 damage.
4 damage. All right.
Oh.
You are just kind of still trying to
Fine.
get your grips of these large, and I mean these things tower over all of you.
I also got
As you
bit
just
in
hit
the
it right in
shoulder.
the side. Yeah, you're like "Ugh!" You're like hitting its head like stop it, stop biting, no biting.
Bad,
All right,
bad.
that leaves your bonus action.
I'm not gonna do anything with that.
Okay.
Um,
All right, that ends your turn. Now for frightened, it's just they try to get away from you and they can't move closer to you. Correct.
Correct.
Correct. With your necrotic shout, are they able to break it or no? I don't think they are, if I'm right.
I think they have to make another savings throw on my next turn. I think that's
Alright.
how that works.
Well,
I think.
I think it works. We'll go with that. So this one is going to go ahead and use his action to... Actually, he might... Let's see. His intelligence is a -3. Yeah. So for him, he sees this great ape leader character defending you guys. He is going to try and swing at the great ape. The great white ape, because that's how dumb he is. So he is going to try. He'll try with all of them. Let's see. That is a miss. That is a miss.
You guys see like Zisha holding her wounds in the background, but still like chuckling.
I dig it.
All right. And okay, sweet. So he misses with 2 of the claw attacks as he lands with the other 2 and hits with also a bite, just tearing into this great ape, white ape, and you see this look of just viscera and anger begin to appear, even more so on this huge white ape's face. That ends his turn. Which brings us to the other gorilla that's near Aurora. Aurora, you see this look of sheer tear on its face as he begins to kind of back up a little bit, and he's going to actually use his movement to go around the pool and start moving towards the northern part where all the commoners are. And that's going to be his full turn. Which brings us to this guy as he is going to... Let's see. What's he going to do? He just got attacked by... Oh, you put it back on him, so he needs to make a Constitution saving throw. For a 6, so that's a fail. How many more points of radiant damage?
All right. That is another tasty
9 more points. Awesome. One sec, guys. One of my cats was trapped in here with me. Oh. So, all right, 9 points. Alrighty. Again, you feel like it's managed to do the full amount of damage.
Right.
He is going to, having taken 2 swipes of his claw and a bite from this other one, he's just kind of push him off a little bit or hold up his arm to kind of stop the attacks. And he's going to take a bite this time as Zisha.
Oh no.
For a 13 to hit, which I believe
That
misses, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that... let's see. You watch as he begins to beat his chest a little bit and let out this incredibly loud, almost ear-shattering roar. And I need Zisha, Samri, and Rush. You were moving to the northern part as well, right?
Sure. Yes. Yeah, man.
Okay, so I won't need it from you or I just need
My
Zisha
friend.
and Samri to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Is this a magical effect? You're gonna
It
hear that a
is
lot.
not. That's fine, but it is not.
Got a 14.
Got an 18.
All right. Samri, you both succeed as you, for a second, begin to tremble just from the sheer loud roar that escapes his mouth, but you steady yourself and you're not frightened of him. And that ends his turn. Which brings us to Zisha.
She's gonna do a right back at him, just a little one. And then she will go for a jab with the rapier.
Awesome.
On the
You're
big
striking
guy.
the big guy. All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
Oh, come on. 11.
That misses.
It was so close. It was like on the 18, and then it was like, psych.
The worst.
Says
No.
Okay, so that is her action / failure, and for her bonus action, I'm gonna hold on to it.
All
Actually,
right.
how bad does Samri look, health-wise?
You see Summer, even though it's taking a couple beats, she's all right. She's still standing. Looks like she's taking a hit or two, but not like she's gonna die with the next hit or anything like that.
Okay. Then that's all for me.
Alrighty.
I'm more
Rush,
pissed
it
off
is-
than anything.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Rush, it is your turn. Aurora, you're on deck.
All right. Rush isn't really a big damage dealer at this point, so they're going to try to help control the situation a little more, and is going to just point at the big boss guy and tell him you're gonna shoot your eye out maybe, and cast blindness,
Okay.
and that it will be a DC 15 Constitution save.
All right. Oh my god, it was right on, he gets a 7. It was right on 17 and just burp tipped over. All right.
Feel my pain.
Zisha and Samri, what you see because you're so close is all of a sudden these raging eyes just go white across.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, it is blind, and at the end of each of its turns, it can make another Constitution save.
Perfect.
And
Now, does Moonbeam drop because of this?
Nope. it's
No,
not
blindness isn't concentration. Okay.
Nope,
Is
it's
Moonbeam
just- it's just-
concentration?
Yes.
Okay.
So Moonbeam is still there. Just instead of using the action to move it,
I gotcha.
Rush blinded big guy, and we'll maybe
Perfect.
do something else with the Moonbeam later.
Okay, perfect.
But for now, maybe tone down some of these attacks, possibly.
Perfect.
And we'll move closer to allies.
Alrighty.
Don't
That
worry,
brings us-
guys. I'm still totally here.
That brings us to Aurora.
All right. I am going seeing that the one that was in front of me has moved away and is going towards the villagers. I'm going to. You'll hear this deep scream radiate from her. I'm going to dig my feet down into the dirt and dash after him.
Okay. Yeah. So you are able to totally cut him off, no problem. You'll still have about 20 feet of movement left. And so that takes up your action with dash. So you still have a bonus action.
I'm going to swing my warhammer at him.
You can't as a bonus action.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's right. My bad.
It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. You're just so angry you don't know. It's
Yes,
okay.
I forget.
I can
but
just
he
see
does,
Aurora like, ah!
But he will have to make a charisma saving throw to see if he is frightened of me.
All right, and all of them need to make that again, right?
Yes.
Okay. We'll start with the big bad boy first. And what's the DC again?
It's 11.
All right, well, so big boss ape is still scared of you. He hasn't really even began to notice you. He just knows there's something here he doesn't like. So the other one, that one is still scared. That was the one over by the cabbage patch. And then the one, oh no, because it's a -2, he is still scared. They are all still scared of these gigantic bone wings that have sprouted from your back. All right. Does that end your turn?
I believe so, because all my bonus actions are spells.
Okay. Let's see, that was a full round. Right, rage dies if you don't do damage, but take damage for a full round, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So you feel the rage subside now as you've dashed after this creature. That takes us to Somri.
I'm gonna go for another hit with my big ol' book.
All right, you attacking the four-armed monstrosity.
A 15.
All right, that is a hit. Roll some damage.
Excellent. I was like, do I use the bardic inspiration or no?
I'm just happy you remembered it.
I was like, do I use it or do I take a chance? And I took the chance without it. So I'm going to do 6 damage.
All right, 6 points of blood. Did we say your book does just normal damage, or I don't remember?
It just says normal on it. Oh no, it is
Okay.
bludgeoning.
Well,
I take it back. It is bludgeoning damage.
Okay, I thought we had to do psychic damage, but I couldn't remember. That's fine.
No.
All right, you wail right into the arm of one of that four-armed monstrosity. You still have a bonus action if you would like.
No, I'm gonna look in though and make sure it's not.
Okay.
I don't remember, but no, I'll just
Okay, perfect.
wait.
All right, he is gonna go ahead. Is Phantasmal Force a concentration spell, Zisha?
It is.
Okay.
Don't hit me, please.
Don't hit me, please. He is going to go ahead and use his action to, hearing the roar come from the big white ape, he's going to kind of shake his head a little bit, and he's going to try and shake off Phantasmal Force, and it's an intelligence check to try and shake it off.
Investigation, in case he has proficiency in that.
Okay, he does not, so that's okay. Which he rolled a 11, which I believe fails.
It fails, yeah.
Okay, so he still sees a great ape defending you guys. He doesn't have a bonus action he can use, so that ends his turn. Now, if a creature is frightened of one, they can't attack that creature, right? That's part of it.
They
No.
can, but at disadvantage, I think.
Okay.
They just can't move
Is
towards
that what it
them.
is? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right. I'll look it up. I promise. I just don't have all this memorized. It's okay. All right. So that's going to be... You see this... Aurora, you see this ape in front of you that is still very frightened of you with 4 arms. Kind of like... See, he tries to steady himself a little bit, and he's going to take all his attacks on you just to try, kind of to make you afraid in a sense. So he's going to do 4 claw attacks. That first, with disadvantage, which doesn't matter. That first one was a 10, so that's a miss. Okay. That would have been a hit, but let's see with disadvantage. That second claw swipes. You're just kind of able to dodge and duck under him, those first 2, as the dirty 20 to hit. As you're able to dodge those other ones, the third claw hits you square in the side as you take 7 points of slashing damage. And the final attack, or final claw attack, I should say, is a natural 1, so that's going to miss even with disadvantage. And then he's going to follow up with a bite attack at disadvantage. Ooh, that might... Another natural 1. So as you take that swipe, you're able to smack his one hand out of the way and push, kind of just dodge out of the way of the bite. As that ends his turn, which he will use to get away from you, using his full movement to head up towards the commoners. You do get an attack of opportunity if you would like to take it.
I would like to take that.
All right, go ahead, roll to hit.
$23 to hit.
23 to hit. All right, that hits. Roll some damage.
$11 points of damage.
11 points. All right. What weapon were you attacking with?
My sword.
Perfect. All right. As he takes 11 points of lightning damage as you carve through the center mass. The lightning crackles over his body, leaving a trail of singed hair. And that will end his turn, which brings us to the ape guy. And he will try to attack at disadvantage Zisha once more.
Okay.
Ooh, that's probably definitely a miss. Yep, it's a miss. He rolled an 8 with his bite. Let's see. Let's do that here real quick. Okay. And again, you see him as he bites. He's going to kind of beat his chest a little bit. Again, let out a loud roar. And I need Samri and Zisha to make another charisma saving throw, please.
I just have this horrible feeling I'm not going to get as lucky this time. Yeah, thought so. 5.
Okay. Samri, what'd you get?
I got an 18 again.
All right, Samri, you're able to steady
Sorry,
yourself
we
again.
are discussing the option of building a catapult.
I
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Love it. I love it. I'm for it. My cabbages. Zisha,
poor cat's
this roar cuts through the sound of the commoners screaming and everything and just shakes you to your core, and you are now frightened of the great white ape.
Alright.
For un minuto.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Long time.
Yeah. He got lucky on the recharge roll is the only reason that even happened. So. Alright, that ends his turn. Brings us up to you, Zisha. It is your turn.
Alright, she's gonna go. Peace.
And
He
head
is
away
going-
from it.
to take an attack of opportunity on you
The ape.
at Yes, he will.
He can't if he can't see me.
Fair. Touche. Touche.
I'm outie. Yeah, so
Peace.
Zisha's gonna back off from the big ape. Is there any way that she can put the four-armed monstrosity between her and the ape?
Yeah, you can totally like swing around him. He doesn't even kind of recognize you. He's more concerned about attacking the ape that's defending you.
Okay. So yeah, she will do that and then go ahead and try to give it a stab. One day she'll hit a rapier attack, right? One day.
Yeah,
Right.
you'll get there.
And then I believe it's a disadvantage. I don't remember how to go on D&D Beyond. I'm sorry.
Right
For
So unless he's out of her sight, she's frightened. So she has disadvantage on the roll.
yeah, you would still be able to see him. It's only disadvantage if you're attacking the source of what you're frightened of. If you're attacking the four-armed one, you're totally fine.
It's if you're
anything.
Oh, it is. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Yeah, so disadvantage of the four-armed beastie.
I got a nat 20. That's so annoying. But anyway,
And
17
then a
total.
17.
Yeah.
All right, that still hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay.
And you will be able to go ahead and apply sneak attack to that.
Excellent. So that is 10 merp. And then 4 from sneak attack, and then 4 from the illusion, so psychic damage.
Okay. So a total of 18.
18.
Okay. As you just kind of poke him right in the back. Now, attacking him while he's under that effect, does it break the spell at all or no? I don't think it does.
think so.
Okay.
It's a really
I know
long
some
spell
spells are like-
description, so I've been like reading it over in my free time.
You're totally good. I don't think it does, because I know there's a few spells that happens to, but I don't think it's Phantasmal Force.
I think he has to, if he gets hurt, he gets to re-roll a save.
I don't think
That would
so.
make
The
sense.
only
Or
thing
am I
that's
thinking-
in there is the target can use its action to examine the phantasm.
Okay, I'm thinking of a different one then. That's okay.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
It's one minute, so it doesn't last forever. But
Yeah.
apparently the
combat
phantasm
lasts
can
forever.
also attack it and deal like fire damage and shit. So it's just a really strong
Okay.
spell.
Alrighty. No worries.
So yeah. And that.
So really, he wouldn't. So if he's attacking the illusion, he actually wouldn't have been attacking the ape.
No. It's just an illusion.
Okay.
But it
Okay,
still
no
feels
worries.
to him like he's hitting his attacks on it.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it's just like
Alrighty.
a clouding the senses thing.
Okay. Now I know for future reference, but okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That is gonna be. Yeah, that's gonna be it.
Perfect. All right, Rush, it is your turn. Aurora, you're on deck.
Okay, so there's one going after the villagers, yeah?
To you, it seems that way. But you just see him moving that way.
Okay. Well, that's not okay. We can't be having that. So... What are we gonna do? We're gonna do... Yeah. Rush is going to, sort of make a throwing motion, and an ice knife flings out of his once empty hand, or their once
Awesome.
empty hand. I play too many characters, and I get them
All right.
confused. All right, and is going to try to ping that village chaser
Alright.
in the back. So that's going to be
All right.
a 26 to hit.
Definitely hits.
And go ahead and make a dex save.
Alright.
That's-
So 3 damage from that one. Okay, and then a dex save of 19.
Okay. Well, that was just sad. Rush tried to be a hero, but they failed.
It's all good. All right.
Stay away from the people, you jerk. The end.
All right. Aurora, it is your turn. Samra, you're on deck.
Alright, how far away from the one that was attacking me is he now?
He is 30, 40 feet away from you. He uses full movement to get the fuck away from you.
Damn it. Okay.
Let me see what their speed is real quick. Hold on. Yeah, he has a 40 walking speed, so he's 40 feet away from you.
Okay. How far away from from the group now?
From the rest of the party or the villagers?
The villagers.
You're about 50-ish feet away.
Alright. Alright. Let's see. I am... I'm gonna move towards the 8 guy.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna cast level 1 cure wounds on myself.
All right, go ahead and roll to heal.
10. We get 10 points back. Yay!
Some of the slash marks begin to stitch themselves up. All right, and you are moving towards the one that ran away from you, correct?
Yeah, I am. I'm moving
Okay.
towards the one that
Okay.
was trying to get away from me.
Gotcha, perfect. All right, Samri, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna hit him with my book again, just because.
All right,
It's easy.
roll to hit. It's the
19.
reliable method. It's okay.
It's a 19,
19
so
hits.
it's extremely reliable. It
Go
keeps
ahead and
working for
roll
me.
Damage.
It's another 6 damage.
All right. It's reliable to hit, not reliable
Reli-
for damage. It's okay.
Well, that's all the damage it does. It does 1d6 plus 2. Unfortunately. And then I'm actually...
As you... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
I was going to say, as you swing your book flail and hit him square in the side, you hear a couple ribs crack. And you see he's... Even though you haven't been doing hard damage every time, you're seeing it's beginning to take its toll.
Eventually, if you hit over and over again in the same place.
Right? You can even
It will
kill a
hit.
Trask at 1 point of damage if it's
That's true.
consistent.
It's true. I'm also going to, as a bonus action, cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay, go ahead and roll to heal.
Perfect. I heal 6 points.
6. Okay. Alright, that ends your turn.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hearing the roar of the great ape, he is going to use his action to try and shake off whatever's affecting his mind. Intelligence, that is a still shaken by the phantasm force. So he still sees the illusion. That will end his turn. As the other four-armed monstrosity you see charges the last 20 feet or so, 10, 20 feet towards the villagers, and you watch for a minute and you hear these screams cut the air as he reaches out and grabs 4 villagers, or no, not 4, sorry, not 4, I misspoke. He grabs a villager, I don't know why I said 4, a single villager.
You bloodthirsty.
Damn, it's not me, it's the apes, alright? Damn dirty, stinky apes. He grabs a single villager and he bolts into the woods. And that's going to end his turn. Alright, that brings us to the white ape guy who is still blinded and still frightened of Aurora. He is going to... Oh, let's see. And he can't try to shake off the blindness, correct?
No, he can. It's at
Okay.
the end of his turn, though, I think. Let me just double check.
Okay.
Yeah, at the end of the turn.
Perfect. All right. He is going to kind of, you see him kind of sniff the air a little bit, and then he turns, takes about 2 steps towards Somri, and he's going to try and bite old Somri.
Do it.
And he was still, you still have Moonbeam on him, right? You haven't moved it yet?
I haven't moved it. So
Okay,
if he's
so
still
real quick,
there
I'll do
for...
Yeah, Constitution saving throw of 18.
That passes. So let me just see.
Okay.
Half as much, so he will take
6 points.
6 points.
Hold on one sec.
I don't know if I should seize the opportunity to go pee or not.
Yeah.
Run! I'm doing it.
Do it. Do it.
Quickly!
Run.
Okay. 6 points of damage. Sorry about that, guys.
It's perfect timing.
All right.
I never
roll the
left.
Constitution.
You
Yeah.
were
No, I
always
never saw that.
here.
All right, so he's going to try and bite Somri.
Try it.
Let's see. 15 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. You watch as he clamps down on your shoulder as you take 9 points of piercing damage, Somri.
And he's going to
And,
need to make a dex save.
Finally, you can use Hellish Rebuke.
I can use Hellish Rebuke. Finally.
All right. Because you realize it's a reaction. It's okay.
Yep.
His
I only
dex
have had
was
one other opportunity. Well, two,
I
but
know.
it was like within the
he
same
rolled
thing.
an
and
8.
I forgot. Perfect. Most excellent. So that is a lot
And
of
as
fire
you
damage.
roll that damage, I need you to make a where is it? Oh, what the heck? Oh, view details page, that's where. A Constitution saving throw, please.
And it's 16 fire damage.
Oh, spicy damage. As this flame erupts
Literally
around your
spicy.
shoulder where he bites you and just engulfs his face with flames.
And I rolled an 11 for con save. So
11. That is a fail. As
we're
you
hurting each
feel-
other.
Right? It's so fun. You feel this strange sickness wash all over you, similar to the sickness you got on top of the mountain when you were hunting for sapphires.
Ow!
And you take a level of exhaustion
I should be.
as you've...
What? All right. Level of exhaustion. All right. There we go.
Guys, we got raided.
I know, I saw that. Awesome. And that is... Let's see here. And as a bonus action, you watch as he grabs his two hands, raises them up high, and he's going to come crashing down with them, Samri. Let's see. That is a 17 to hit. Does that hit, Samri? I need to know.
Yeah.
Does a 17 hit?
Yeah, it hits. It hits. It sure does.
All right.
It sure do. Sure does.
As he crashes down with all his might, you feel your knees buckle as you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Remember when you asked if I had taken a lot of damage? I hadn't before.
Yeah.
We're now at the point
Right.
where I have.
All right, so that ends his turn. Zisha, it is your turn. Rush, you're on deck.
All right. Does she get to repeat the frightened save at all, or is it just for a minute?
It's just for a minute.
All right. It's fine. She fights past the fear. She will go ahead and take a rapier and give the four-armed monstrosity another jab, and if it hits, she'll put a little extra psychic force behind it.
Perfect. Go right for it. And I didn't do this last time. Go ahead and roll with advantage because you are technically flanking with Samri.
Oh, do you want me to roll it flat then? Because she has disadvantage from frightened.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Flat roll.
No, it's a 14.
That just hits. Go ahead and roll some spicy
thank
damage.
Goodness. Spicy damage. That is 8. Sneak attack will be an additional 5. So that is 13, and then I'm going to go ahead and use one of my bardic inspirations for psychic blades. So an extra 2d6 psychic damage as this kind of blue sheen washes over from her hand over the hilt of the rapier and then down the blade, and kind of ricochets forward as she makes impact. So that will be on top of the 13. Not very good, but extra 4 psychic damage.
Right. This Gorillion is looking incredibly beat up now. You're noticing just blood kind of everywhere matting the fur. Does not look good at all. Does that end your turn?
That does end my turn.
All right, Rush, it is your turn. Aurora, you're on deck.
All right. Rush is going to yell out, one of them got a villager. I'm gonna go do something about that. I'm gonna try to. And they will sprint the 30 feet in the direction that the abductor went. And then the abductor should be well within 90 feet.
Oh, definitely.
Dropping concentration on the moonbeam. So that goes whoop, and fizzles away into beautiful sparkles, but Rush is not paying attention to that. And Rush throws their hands forward and summons the wrath of nature, and vines and weeds start jettisoning out of the earth and trying to wrap around this fleeing creature. So a strength save as Rush casts Entangle, hopefully.
All right.
Rush does cast it. Hopefully it worked.
Okay. Now, does that have, like, if he's up in the trees, does it still work? Or if it's only if he's on the ground?
It's a 20-foot square, so
20 foot
and
square.
it covers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he still. So
however
it's
you
a
want to
dex
rule
save.
that. No, strength, unfortunately.
Oh, strength. Okay, no worries. Oh, that's the wrong guy. That's this guy. Okay. Strength saving throw. That is a 8.
Ooh, lucky.
Oh, hell yeah. Great. Then all these, I guess mid-leap even, these vines zip out of the trees and wrap around this guy's spare arms and legs and kind of pin him amongst the greenery dangling
Alright.
there.
You can't. All you hear is this kind of loud grunt and roar as like you can tell just from using this spell before that it has a hold of what you were trying to do. But with how thick the jungle is that he ran into, you can't really tell exactly where he is. But you can tell he is held by your vines, your viney vines.
All right.
All right. Go ahead. Does that end your turn?
That does.
All right, Aurora, it is your turn. Summer, you're on deck.
All right. So the one that was in front of me, he's the one that Rush is after now, right?
Correct. He is in the thicket of trees that is above my head.
Okay. How far is the white ape?
From where you're at, I'd say probably about 50 or so feet.
Well, good. I'm going to drop my hammer and cast Shatter on him.
Okay. All right, go ahead and he needs to make. Is it a roll to hit or he needs to
It's
make
a
a
con.
save?
Yeah, it's a Constitution saving throw of a 13.
All right, he rolls a 16.
All right, so he takes half damage on that.
Oh, I didn't have him roll his end of turn save for blindness. What's the blindness save?
15.
It's a con save.
15.
15.
Okay. All right. Still blind. Okay.
All right, that's 19 damage, but what's half of 19? I don't know. I can't math.
9. 9 points.
Okay.
All right. As this thunderous loud damage rockets him right in the body, and everyone gets to make another charisma save against you, right, Aurora?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I will do that real quick. Oh, come on, pull him up. There we go. Okay, Great White Ape is a 16 on his charisma check. Charisma save.
Okay.
Does that beat your
So-
DC?
Yes. Yes, it does.
So he is no longer frightened. He's not in line of sight. He can't see you because of the trees, so he won't roll. And then the other one is a natural 20 minus 2, 18. So they are no longer frightened of you. Those two
Okay.
are. Perfect. All right. Does that end your turn?
I am going to move up to the group of villagers.
All right. No problem. You can do that. All right, Somri, it is your turn as you just feel this exhaustion wash over your body.
I am going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
All right, for it. Heal up. Heal that spicy damage.
All right, I heal 14, which is great. All right,
14
better.
points. Okay.
Yep. And that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Now I won't die. Probably. Yet. Still could die. It could happen. But not now.
Not at this moment in time.
Awesome. That ends
At
your
this
turn.
current juncture, I'm still alive.
Right. Let's see. Feeling the stab in the back from the rapier, the giant form monstrosity is going to ignore this white ape illusion in front of him and turn around to Zisha and try to do some spicy damage. Let's see.
No, it's just little me.
Little me. All right, first one is a 10 to hit, which misses. Second one is another 10, so that misses. He's just kind of enraged all over. That is a 18 to hit for his third claw attack.
Okay.
As you take 7 points of slashing damage.
Right. And Constitution. Whew, barely made that Constitution.
Yeah, barely made it. Perfect. All right, fourth hit is another 18 as you take another 7 points of slashing damage.
Well, it was nice playing with
Go
you
ahead.
guys.
Go ahead and give me another Constitution saving throw.
Yes, sir. No, it's gone.
All right, the phantasm falls, and he, out of the corner of his eyes, he watches the ape that you conjured in front of him kind of dissipate in the air, and sees the other actual ape in the middle, like confronting Somri, and his head turns back to you, and his mouth begins to open as he's going to take his final attack at you with a bite attack for a 22 to hit, as you take 5 points of piercing damage. And I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. 12. You just pass as you feel this sickness wash over your body. You're kind of able to just barely shake it off, and you're totally good. So that ends his turn. Let's see. And in the thicket of trees, what's the DC to break free of entanglement?
15.
He is still restrained at this moment in time.
Heck yeah.
All right, that brings us back to the big white ape boy, as he is looking incredibly upset, as he is going to take a... Let's see, what is he going to do? He's going to... Actually, you know what? We're going to do this. Can I do that? I'm going to roll a random let's do a D4 to just... It's just to see what he decides to do. Okay. Yeah, you hear him shout out in grunts and moans, and Rush, you would hear this with your high passive perception. You hear what sounds like broken common for a split second come out of his mouth as he says, "Run!" And then he turns and he's going to start running away. Somri, you get an attack of opportunity if you would like.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
Would like that. Got bit enough.
What's the range on entanglement?
It's a 20-foot square.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
and
That's right.
yeah.
I rolled a 17.
17, that hits. Roll some damage.
Book. Just throwing at it. Well, I rolled max damage this time, so at least it's
Max
an 8.
damage, huh? Alright, you hit him right in the back of the lower back, almost spanking him. As he... You said
I like
8
it.
points?
Yeah.
Okay. As he just tears off into this thicket of trees right here above my hand, and you can tell he is moving. He's going to use... Let's see. He didn't... Yeah. He's going to use full movement plus dash to get out of there. So he's 80 feet into that thicket of trees. Yeah, because... Yeah, he didn't attack, right? Yeah, no. He just surveyed the area. That's right. Okay. All right, Zisha, it is your turn.
All right. So forearm guy looking pretty shoddy.
You're looking
great.
incredibly beat up.
All right. She is going to skip a step sideways so that she's directly across it from Somri. And do you do advantage flanking or?
I sure do.
Nice.
I'll work on that other flanking rule next time. I forgot about it this time is all.
It's all good. I mean, I'll take it. And she will give a jab with the rapier, kind of aiming for any kind of vital organ that she's familiar with that might be reflected in this species. So,
Okay.
It's a nat 20.
Oh, I won't even make you roll for it because it's definitely more than enough to kill him.
But
How would you like to do this?
She will kind of brace herself up, and she's looking really awful herself at this point. So kind of mustering the last of her energy, she lunges forward with the rapier in hand and kind of slides it up beneath between a couple of ribs and up to where she assumes the heart might be. And it's a very neat, like, shink, and then pull it free and just kind of wipe it off on the fur as
All right.
it falls.
You watch almost with lightning speed as Zisha sidesteps and just shoves her rapier forward, smooth, pulls it out, and for a split second, you see the gorilla confused and just fall limp as you've almost just perfectly navigated between the ribs and pierced its heart perfectly as it just falls dead.
So that's her action. Yay. And as her bonus action, she will cast Healing Word on herself because she feels
right.
horrible. So she'll gain 6 back.
Perfect. All right. That ends your turn, yes?
Mhm.
All right, Rush, it is your turn.
All right. Rush is going to continue moving towards the restrained Gorillion that has the civilian.
A Gorillion that has a civilian.
Yeah.
Poets, and we don't even know it.
Oh my god.
It's my new punk band.
Love it. Petrified Bananas debut album.
You know it. Anyway, runs forward and again does some quick movements with their hands and throws one hand forward, and this spectral skeletal hand, a gratefully dead hand, if you will jettison forward. I like jettison tonight is my word. And he will, or they will shout, "You need to chill out," as they cast what I call chillaxing. But
right.
let's see.
Is that a roll to attack?
It is, so a 25 to hit.
I will need disadvantage because he is incredibly heavily obscured by the trees.
Okay, so that it would just be a flat roll.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
All right, so then just an 18 to hit.
Okay, still hits. With 1 point of damage?
Yeah, you know it.
No problem. All right.
Rush is not a hero. Rush is here to help.
Rush is a hero in his own in their own mind. All right.
And consistent damage, even if small.
Right.
Spicy
Aurora, go
consistent
ahead.
damage.
Exactly.
That's all that matters. When you do a nat 20, it's extra spicy damage.
Oh, but how far away is Rush now? Because they would have been trying to catch up completely.
Yeah. You would have gotten to the beginning of the trees, and if you go into the trees, had you decided to, it would have been difficult terrain because it is so tight. They're able to kind of ignore that because they're so big, they kind of push the trees out of the way. So you're like 5-10 feet into the trees. I guess probably you'd be if you. How far out can you send entanglement?
Oh, entanglement was 90.
90. Okay, so
So-
he was.
So
I'd say
Rush
you're
moved up
about
30, and then
Yeah, I'd say you're about 30-ish feet away. Like he got way deep in there before you were able to cast entanglement.
okay.
Sweet. All right, Aurora, it is your turn.
Is the white ape gone? Did he leave?
Yeah, you saw him tearing into the thicket.
Okay.
Then
Then I'm going to go. Okay, then I'm going to go up towards where Rush is at because that's where I seen the ape go. Because the
All right.
civilians are good. I'm going to go help get the other one back.
Okay.
How far is she
you
from me?
were able to. Rush they have disappeared into the woods. You can kind of see where they went in, but like basically once they cross that tree line, it's hard to keep track of them.
Okay.
You're able to probably get where you were to the edge of the trees with about half of your movement.
Okay.
And once you get into the trees, it'll be difficult terrain.
Okay. Can I see the gorilla from the edge of the tree line?
You cannot. Heavily obscured.
Alright, then I'm gonna step in where I seen Rush step in.
All right. No problem at all. And do you want to use the rest of your movement?
Yeah.
All right, you're able to get about 5 feet into the trees. 5-10 feet. All right. Does that end your turn?
Yes, it is.
Just start a forest fire. Burn the place down. It's fine.
I don't have fire.
All right, Somri,
Well,
it is
I
your
can call
turn.
some lightning, maybe. Maybe strike a tree or two.
Somri.
Yes, sorry. I heard it and I was like, was that me? I sit down. I'm exhausted, frankly. I'm tired and I'm hurt, and I'm gonna sit down.
Okay.
Like, drink some water or something.
All right.
I'm sitting down.
All right. Perfect. That ends your turn, Somri.
Sure does.
He's going to make another try to break free again. What's the DC of entanglement?
15.
15. Oh. Just fucking meets it with a 15. And it was an action to do that, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's just gonna you hear the vines and the shredding of plant life as Rush you're familiar with what that sounds like as you just get the sense of crap, he's not stuck anymore. And you hear some trees breaking and bending out of the way as the sound gets further and further away. He's not able to dash because he did use his full action to break free, but that ends his turn. So the white ape's gonna get even further away to where he's now far, far out of range. That brings us to Zisha.
To be frank, she also feels like a pile of hot garbage, if you will. And seeing as the others are very far ahead already, she will pop a
Sit with
squat
me
with
in this cabbage
Somri in the cabbage patch and kind of, open up her shirt and inspect the severity of the wounds inflicted on her abdomen, in the middle of her body. And after a moment, she'll turn to Somri and says, I know you from somewhere.
All right.
You do look familiar.
That's Zisha's turn.
We can
All right,
improvise
Rush,
bandages with these cabbages. There's so much we can do with them.
All right, Rush, it is your turn.
Not absorbent.
Rush will move 15 feet further into the jungle. So I'm trying to think. So they were 30.
They would have. You're
And
probably
then-
about like 45-ish feet away.
Cool. Rush is going to try to cast Entangle again.
All right.
This is all they can do. Gonna try. They may be getting bits and pieces of a civilian back, but they are going to try to get a civilian back.
Go ahead and give me, before you cast it, go ahead and give me a survival check. Or nature check, whichever one you would like. Oh, 18, actually, that's really good. You're kind of you kind of close your eyes for a minute to listen to where you heard the vines ripping and the trees breaking, to kind of zone in on an area that you think he might be heading to almost head him off. So you cast the spell, and it is a save on his part, or possible save, correct? Okay.
Yeah, it's a 15.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Field as a bee.
I mean, survival is specifically tracking, so it should work just fine.
Yeah. Okay, you let the spell go, and I'll have him roll for it. just because I think he wouldn't have gotten quite out of it. Yeah, no, he wouldn't have gotten out of the 20 feet cube. So that's a strength save, correct?
Yeah. Well, it's a 90-foot range, and then it covers a 20-foot space.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. 7. So again, you feel like you just get this magical alert almost that something has been taken hold of inside the entanglement.
All right. And Rush will shout out behind him, "I've got it trapped. I don't know how long though." And that is Rush's turn.
All right.
You should definitely give Samria. Maybe we should go look.
Yeah.
All right. Aurora, it is your turn.
Ouch.
All right. I'm gonna scan just because. Did I hear Rush say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were able to hear Rush.
Okay. I'm gonna scan to see if I can see the gorilla.
All right. Give me a perception check with disadvantage. This will take up your action.
Okay. That was a dirty 20 on that one. Let me roll again. And that was a 24, so I got a dirty 20.
You're looking through the trees, and even though you have an idea from the sounds and stuff, you're not actually able to see the gorilla itself.
Okay.
Because it's, for you, it would be like 50 feet away probably, and it's an incredibly heavily obscured area. So you kind of think maybe you might see it, but you're not 100% sure by any means.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get up my brush. So I'm gonna continue working my way
Okay.
through.
All right, you'll be able to get
That's the
about
end of my
15
turn.
feet closer to Rush. All right, Samri, it is your turn.
I'm gonna grab one of these cabbages and start heading towards the noise. Just like
All right,
bite out of it.
perfect.
Maybe
Go ahead and give
it'll
yourself
make me feel
1
better.
point of lettuce healing.
It's magical lettuce.
Food heals you, right? Why
A
not?
lettuce.
It's vegetables.
Yes.
Let us gather.
Exactly. Eat your vegetables, kids. That's what this is all about. Everything about this is eat your cabbage.
Eat the
All
cabbage.
Just don't let the cabbage man find out.
14 does
cabbages.
not beat entanglement, correct?
Sorry, what?
14 does not beat entanglement.
No. Sorry. I was
Alrighty.
answering a thing in chat.
You're totally good. You're totally good. As far as you can tell, Rush, your spell's still holding. He is totally out of the way. You guys are kind of ignoring him now. Zisha, it is your turn.
She will haul herself to her feet a little reluctantly. There's a couple of grunts in there, like, stand on up, and she will start. I don't want to say she's like sprinting because she's definitely not, and it's very half-hearted. But she's kind of trotting over there in the direction, thinking, I have a bow. Maybe I can just like sit on the ground and shoot it from the ground, like if I can see it. So she will follow after the other pair. So I guess
All right.
dash action in mechanical terms.
Alrighty. And you can use dash as an action, correct?
I don't have that level in Rogue yet,
Okay, sweet.
so it would be an
bonus-
action instead of a bonus
Okay.
action.
All right, you're able to get all the way to the edge of the trees and about 15 feet into the trees itself.
Okay. All right.
Perfect. All
That'll
right,
do me.
Rush, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, move forward another 15 feet.
Okay. You're still not quite able to see anything particularly, but you still are confident you're going in the right direction.
Yeah, and gonna use my Grateful Dead hand again.
All right. It'll be a straight roll to hit. Or would it be, yeah, 12 just misses.
Swoosh off to the side.
Swoosh. All right. Does that end Rush's turn?
That does.
All right, Aurora.
All right. Am I up by Rush now, or it's just I'm a few feet away from her still?
You're about 15 feet away from Rush still.
Alright,
Or now you're 30 feet away from Rush because Rush moved further in.
Damn it. Alright. I can't see anything yet, can I?
Nope.
Okay,
It's
then
not
I'm
like
gonna
it. It's kind of like dim light once you're in this thick jungle part, but
Yeah, it's still too thick for me to pinpoint.
yeah.
Okay, and then I'm gonna continue going after Rush. Trying to
All
catch
right. Do you want to use your dash action?
I do.
All right. You're able to trudge through this thick jungle forest and get right up next to Rush. All right, Somri, it is your turn.
Just gonna do the same thing and just keep going towards it. I guess I'll also
All right.
dash.
Perfect. You're able to get about 15 feet inside the trees from
Perfect.
where you were. All right. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
All right. Let's see if he can break it again. Let's see. All right. You again hear the rips and shredding of vines as the entanglement fades, and you hear grunts and moans and roars again as you hear kind of Trey's bowing, and you hear the sound fade. That brings us back to Zisha.
So we heard him like break free and then beeline
Move.
it.
Yeah, you're not sure which direction. You can use a full action to possibly make a perception check. It will be at disadvantage because you are so much further back from where they are.
Mm. Hmm. Let no ape escape. Well, I'll give it a shot. The credit to There's J in the chat for that one.
Damn dirty apes.
Ah. Okay. Oops, I forgot to roll at disadvantage. It does not matter. That is not going to do anything.
Nope, you have no idea. Even, you're like barely even able to tell where Rush and Aurora are, just with how thick these trees are.
Yeah, I think she's gonna back away actually from the trees.
Okay.
Because she feels like there's not much she can do to help anyway. So yeah, she's gonna
Okay.
back it up a little. If the other commoners / villagers are still there, she'll go over and check on them instead, or head towards them.
She is still. You'll be able to get just to the edge of the forest with your movement and whatnot. So, Rush, it is your turn.
Okay. It will come as a shock to no one that Rush is once again gonna try to save this person, or at least the bits of person, and we'll move forward 15 feet. Do you want another survival check to track?
Yes, please.
Oh, it's only a 10.
You
Rush is upset.
no longer have you're just so frustrated that you're failing at saving someone. Not necessarily like failing, but like, you know you can do better than this. You know your mom knows you can do better than this. And you let yourself get flustered, and you cannot figure out where they would have gone after they ripped through the vines this last time. You can still
Alright,
totally
well
try to
then-
cast it. I'll let you roll a percentile dice to see if it's effective.
Sure. Yeah, I think Rush would do that. So,
Okay. Go ahead and roll a percentile.
why does it always do that? Ignore.
That's a
weird
great
thing
roll.
that it does.
That's a great roll. Just roll with it.
55.
You're confident you're aiming in the right direction.
All right. It is cast. So, the same strength save if it's
Okay.
there.
Okay. Let's see. You feel magically something get restrained, but you're not sure what it is.
Okay, well, it's either the gorilla or dinner. That is Rush's thing.
All right. That brings us to. Oh no, I closed it.
Me.
Yeah. We'll say for this that you are out of combat essentially. So it is up to Aurora what you want to do.
I'm
And
gonna
whatnot. So
follow Rush. Honestly, I don't want them to
okay.
get hurt and be on their own.
All right. You guys kind of trudge through this. It takes you a few minutes to catch up close. And you begin to see the thicket of vines that wrap around the trees. And what you see is what you'll see after we take a break. And whatnot. We will be back in about 15 minutes. So about 9:20, we will see you guys back here.
Alrighty.
Sounds good.
Awesome. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey. What?
I was just curious.
Love you. No, I'm not the one that has to work tomorrow. Alrighty, guys, we are back from break. Alright. Oh, yeah. Ambient jungle. Yeah, that's what we wanted. Oh. Wait for Zisha, aka Mia, to go. There we go. All right, we are all back. And when we left break, Rush and Aurora had began tramping deeper into the thicket of trees to see what was entangled by Rush. And as you guys come upon your thicket of vines, you see about... Let's see here. You see a cow entangled in the vines.
Okay. What the hell is a cow doing in all of this jungle? That's
It kind of
How
looks
did
at
a cat
you.
get in the tree?
and then Rush just sits on the ground and starts crying. Just openly crying.
Oh no.
Oh, Rush.
I sit down next door and just
While you
next
two are
to
doing
the
that,
cat.
we will hop back over to Zisha by the villagers. Is Samri with the villagers as well?
Yeah, I had
Right.
made it partially in and was like, this is not worth
Not
it.
straight up, not having a good time.
Look, I got hit a lot. I'm exhausted. I'm poisoned. You're right. I'm not straight up not having a good time, but it's okay. It'll get better
Okay.
probably.
It's okay.
There's going to
It's
be
okay.
a party later.
Right? Totally.
That's what they told us.
As you both kind of begin checking on the various villagers and whatnot, you see one villager in particular looking incredibly frantic and just trying to like look in every direction, as it's almost like they're trying to find someone.
Well, Zisha will go up a little bit awkwardly and tentatively in her kind of lanky, long-strided way, pause a few steps away, and say, was it your friend who got taken away?
And the woman you come across is about 5 foot tall female with rosy skin, and she has this auburn hair that's shaved into a mohawk, but it's kind of floppy right now. Hazel eyes, seems to be about mid to late age, probably around 40s. She's wearing a light green sleeve tunic and a yellow kilt. And you see she's wearing like a silver chain that runs kind of diagonal across her chest. And she goes, yes, it's, help me please. I think it was my husband's they took. I'm pretty sure I don't know why they would. I mean, we're here to explore the island, but please, you've got to help.
Well, apes are omnivorous, so it could have been for a meal. But
You just
Oh no!
and you see her reach out and grab you, not threateningly, but like, please, Please, you have to help me. I can't lose him. Please.
She just goes like fully rigid, like super awkward, like. We did try to help, but it ran very far. We can look for you. Maybe.
Please, I know. Please, and she just collapses at your feet after that.
So you just like looks at the weeping woman and then up to Samri like.
And Samri, what you also see as you're looking at the villagers is they're actually rather all distraught, and a few of them are actually a little bit more hurt than you guys were able to see at the very beginning. Yeah. Sorry, I had a burp.
Don't we all?
Maybe we could escort you guys back to the village? Or at least back closer to the village where you guys can, feel comfortable walking on your own back?
You see a couple of them just kind of stand to their feet and kind of nod, not really say anything. Just they're all very, very shaken by what's happened. We will jump back over to Rush and Aurora as the cow just kind of begins to chew on a vine a little bit.
All right. Well, yeah. So Rush is just big, sobbing breaths. We couldn't. I tried, and it took someone, and I don't. What are we gonna do? And as they're weeping, Aurora will very easily notice that the tears start out normal and watery, but they get blacker the longer that Rush cries, and little mushrooms start sprouting all over their skin, and just kind of climb up over the shoulders and up on the neck. And when Rush does finally look at her, the sclera has turned almost black, and their normally dark eyes are now like much lighter and like look like the underside of mushrooms. Ooh. And Rush has fully transformed into the symbiotic entity for the first time as an emotional response to this failure.
I dig it.
Oh, you're muted, Aurora.
It did your best, Rush. We'll get them back.
What if it's too late? We've gotta stop these things from taking more people.
We definitely will. We should report this back to your mother, and then we're gonna go after them once we go get the supplies.
Yeah, let's get back up. Rush stands up and wipes the spore-riddled tears with the back of their hand, and starts to head back towards the group, but then doubles back to get the cow. You shouldn't even be out here. This is ridiculous. And we'll guide the cow back also.
Okay.
All right. Within a few moments of breaking the vines and whatnot, you're able to lead the cow back, no problem. Back into the clearing, Samri and Zisha, you see as Rush and Aurora come back into the clearing leading this cow that's a little torn up by vines, but for the most part just
oddly normal.
Yeah.
Strangely unaffected by the fact that
exactly.
Apparently it's its normal day.
I'll wander through a cabbage patch into some vines.
Oh, you brought
Just
sustenance for
regular.
the villagers.
Do what? Sorry.
Sure. I found your cow.
All
Slaps it on the
about
butt.
The
to send
six,
it forward.
the six villagers kind of look at it, and they all kind of just shake their heads and shrug their shoulders. And
Is
now
it
that you
not
guys
your
have a
cow?
moment, it's
Is it not their cow?
you hear one of them go, "We at least myself and my son here, we are simple gardeners. We don't own livestock. People do own livestock, but not us, and I don't think anybody else up here does as well. I can't speak for the lady that fainted, whether she did or not. I personally don't know who she is, but, you know, people move here all the time. At which point, now that you guys have kind of a moment of settling down, this strange recognition kind of befalls all of you that even though you are meeting for the first time there with this strange new adventurer who you saw help in the fight, and vice versa with these other three that you saw emerge into the clearing, that this almost sense of deja vu has washed over you, and you definitely realize you've seen them before.
Zisha gives the fainted woman at her feet like a little nudge with the boot so she can pull her other foot out from under the body, and then kind of scoots back a little bit, turns around to face the group and say, "I knew you looked familiar."
You do. What? You haven't said your name. What was that?
Oh, Zisha.
From the bags,
Wasn't
guys. The bags.
that creepy ass dream we had last night?
Oh, yeah.
How is that possible to have met you in a dream?
I'm not
Well,
sure.
what did you smoke last night? Because that might have been like what I smoked last night.
It was the same thing.
I smoke all the time.
Right.
I don't remember.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Rush, with your... what would Rush have done with that coin?
Would have put it in a little pouch that they carry around their neck.
Okay. At this moment, Rush, you feel this kind of slight vibration in that pouch around your neck as you are beginning to connect the dots that you've seen Zisha from that dream last night.
Where can I get one of those?
Yeah. Lowers the back. No. And we'll pull the pouch out and kind of glances at their own hand, seeing the mushrooms and the lichen growing across the back of their hand, but like right now just isn't really a time for self-reflection. But reaches into the pouch to pull out the coin. Does it still have Dude's face on it?
Yep. It looks exactly like it did in that dream.
I smoked something. I really got to get more of it because it made a thing real, guys. And he holds up they hold up the coin.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Yeah, I had a dream, and you were there, and you were there, and you were there, and you were there, and there were the bags. You guys remember? Because we were all there in my dream.
Yeah.
I do
Isn't
actually,
it
which
like a
seems
circus?
bizarre.
Yeah, there was the hall with the portraits, and there was
Yeah.
the bags, and there the mirrors. How could I forget the mirrors?
The portraits were very
Oh, that's
needy.
right.
You got hit in the face
They were very
multiple
neat.
times.
No, yes.
As you guys kind of have all this revelation, you all begin to notice a slight vibration coming from wherever you have put the coin, if you have it on your person. But before too long, you hear that same commenter that spoke up about the all gardeners. He's like, "So, are you going to help us go back, or talk about your weird spirit dreams?
You're needy too.
Why not both? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Should we
we're
take
walking
the
and
cow
talking.
back? I'm gonna like pick up the woman that's on the ground, I guess, maybe.
And congratulations, people who did not own a cow before. You own
Now you
a
have a cow. Unless there's a brand on it somewhere where we can identify where it's supposed to go. Congrats.
You can
That's
give me a
inhumane. We
perception
don't
check.
do that here.
We don't
We
do
don't
that
do
here.
that here.
Well, they've just acquired a cow.
Alright, yeah, let's get these people back. We need backup or something. Mom needs to know that the gorilla things are like way closer.
All right,
Yeah.
you guys head back. It's going to take you a few hours to get back. Not much, probably about an hour or two at most. Do you guys go back through the jungle, or do you walk down towards Shark Cove and then follow the water into town?
What is going to be easier for this group of commoners?
Yeah.
And
which
the
way
cow.
did they come? And the cow.
Definitely down to Shark Cove.
Then
Shark
that is
Fin
what we
We should
Cove.
do that.
All right, in about an hour you're outside of the forest, feeling much better being out of there. It's late afternoon at this point. You make your way into town, and as you get closer to town, the commoners start to kind of split off to their respective places as you get towards the edge of town over here. The last one, you're still carrying the fainted woman. The last one, he kind of nods and, who do we have to thank for rescuing us?
Me. Remember, I was there before everybody else was.
Thank you so much. If it wasn't for the other three, I don't know what would have happened. I'll make sure to tell the guards to give you some sort of reward for saving us.
Good.
Thank you so much. And he kind of waves and disappears into some houses, around some houses. You guys that have left, one of them kind of volunteered to take the cow as well. So it was just the four of you and the fainted woman. What would you guys like to do?
Oh,
Well,
they
one
didn't
of-
take her?
Do they not know where she goes?
Oh, right. They
They-
didn't know her. I forgot.
Yeah.
We should take her to the inn then, probably.
Or
if
the
there's
police station.
Or the police. Perfect. I'm sure she'll love waking up at the police
Can
station.
Yeah,
we
I
take
mean-
the cow then to put her on?
She's gonna have to file a report anyway, so it's taken out a step.
It makes sense. All right, well, I will take her to the police station and drop her off there for recovery.
All right. Perfect.
Oh, she says it
as
was
you-
her husband that got eaten. Or, well, taken away, but probably eaten.
That's unfortunate for her.
Yes,
He's a
she wanted us
sadist.
to find him. But I think that all there will be to find is, like, bones and viscera and organs and whatnot. If the ape leaves the organs, I don't know if they like that stuff.
I don't know if we want to return that to her.
But maybe it's something to bury or burn.
Sure,
As
possibly.
you guys get closer to the police department, the woman in Sommer's arms begins to stir and wake up.
Zisha definitely stops talking about organs.
Oh, now she gets tacked. Okay.
Now is the wrong time to talk about this woman's dismembered husband, probably.
Possibly dismembered.
Possibly dismembered.
Yeah.
You see her kind of begin to stir and open her eyes a little bit, and she looks at you, Summer, and goes, "Oh, what happened?"
What do you remember?
I remember being in the clearing with the other villagers helping gather food and whatnot, and all of a sudden we were attacked by these large beasts. And where's Mordoth? Where's my husband Mordoth?
I am unsure, but we're going to drop you off at the police station so you can file a report. And perhaps they can help you find your husband.
There's no time.
You've been through a lot. You're probably in shock. Just breathe deep breaths.
You see her take a breath in and breath out about 2 times. I'm worried that the apes were tracking me and my husband.
Why? What's special about you?
I don't know if you can tell, but we are not from here. And you begin to notice that accent-wise and everything, they definitely don't seem to fit Sapphire Oasis types. We've only been on the island for about a month, maybe. I lose track of time, but we were here on an exploratory mission from the free cities of Karthak to for an archaeological find on the northern part of the village or island.
I'm gonna lean into
ahead.
Rush and say, I think that's the people they were talking about, the turtle and the others.
Yeah, maybe.
But we had landed here and through Sapphire Bay, and this is our base camp, before we trudged too far north, and we were gathering info. We've had met with the mayor a couple times to ask questions. We visited local historians to kind of get to lay the land. But we always, when we would trek into the jungle, there always seemed to be this this shadowy figure somewhere in the woods that seemed to always be watching us.
Well, what makes you think that the apes specifically would be after you? Had you observed them in the north?
We didn't get incredibly far north, but we were probably, the most north we had gotten was probably about, and she begins looking around and she points to the waterfall. We were up on top of where that waterfall is, and we were up in those trees probably about maybe a mile into those trees up there, and we saw one up close and were able to barely get away due to my husband's quick thinking.
Did you guys find like an old temple?
We haven't come across a temple per se. We've seen evidence that there may be something in that direction. Mainly some strange stone markers hidden by vines and moss and whatnot. But we haven't actually seen the temple, and that's what we are looking for. But we just haven't found it yet. Do you know for a fact if it's up there?
Just like normal rumors and stuff. So you didn't get like super far north, just kind of north.
I would say about probably half, maybe a quarter of the way towards the halfway point of being to the other north side of the island.
All right.
And mind you, we're going off ancient information about this temple.
Yeah, what can you tell me about that, actually? I feel like my notes are not as complete as yours. I may have slept in that class.
Before she says anything, she kind of looks at Summary. You can put me down now.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'll like awkwardly just put her on her feet. And Rush, if what she says is true, those the apes are a lot farther south.
Yeah.
Than we were led to believe, or probably your mother or the guards believe.
Real quick, DM.
Yes.
how the turtle, those reports that he was talking about, those were much further north, right?
From what you remember hearing from Ironbark and Leapide was when they had first seen them, they were on the very northern part of the island. But you do know that the small various clans and tribes that live in the jungle are somewhat nomadic. Like they may go to the northern part for a few months and then come to a different part and whatnot. But you do know from what Ironbark and Leapide had told you was when they ran into these strange humanoids and gorillas that they were on the northern part of the island.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think these guys are quite far enough north to have been the ones that Ironbark was talking about. But yeah, we need to let everyone know that the threat is much further south than reports would have led us to believe.
It's encroaching on the village. They were very close.
And as you guys finish and say that, this woman begins to say, so what we kind of know is the temple is very old. It's outdates the Tritons and stuff, even setting foot on the Palmaflora Island. We kind of think it might even predate the disappearance of the elves, as a matter of fact. And if that's the case, that's probably near a millennia old.
Pretty fucking
We know
old.
one note. We know that one note says that the temple was possibly a main hub for a cult that worshipped some sort of deity or demon of animalistic power. But that's kind of all we know.
So, a cult that worshipped a demon thing, and there's crazy strong gorilla things with too many fucking arms. I feel like things are really starting to add up for me personally, guys. I don't know about you.
I have literally no idea what's going on.
But you're hanging in, and that's solid.
Speaking of hanging in, I really don't feel well.
I also
and
do not feel well.
As she says that, Summer, you are really beginning to like break out in sweat, still feeling incredibly exhausted.
I'm just gonna sit down for just a second.
Here, I'll just... Rush will just turn into a horse again.
Tisha's eyes are like, whoop!
The big war horse. Everybody could just hop on that needs to. Or a big
Perfect.
draft horse. And
I thought that was a dream thing.
It was real.
As you guys begin to climb onto Rush, the woman begins to go, if this is all right with you, I need to go back to my inn and check our notes and see if there's any sort of hint. Make sure our stuff is even still there. Because we have been having a feeling that we're being followed for some time. So I just want to make sure everything is okay. Because there's no reason, from our research and from different myths surrounding the cult, these white apes are a part of it somehow. We don't know how yet. We haven't figured that out. But they're always being commanded on what to do. They don't act of their own accord. So I don't see how they would have known we were there without someone finding our notes, maybe. And whatnot. If you need to ask for me, I am at the Dovetail Inn. You can just ask for Myra Hammerhole.
Okay. Okay, bye.
I just thought
Winnie,
how no bullshit
clip
Zisha
clop.
is. Like, okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
You said Myra Hammerhall?
Yeah, Myra, and then Hammerhull, Hull. All one word.
Oh, Hammerhall.
Last name, anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there goes my bag. Where are you guys headed on?
As we're going, do I notice that Somri is like sweating and like kind of looking like a hot mess?
Basically dying.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
And you can go ahead and give me, if you would like, give me a history check or a medicine check.
I've moved from being weirdly sweaty and warm and flushed to now pale and clammy but still sweaty.
15.
15.
History.
You have history check.
Mm-hmm.
You have definitely seen this before. It is the same symptoms you've seen that has been tearing through the Dalmatian dynasty lately.
Definitely felt this way before.
Well, she's going to sidestep. Let me just check her inventory really fast. Let's see if. Alright, she'll go up to Summery and say, I think you are really sick with a thing that I'm kind of familiar with. You might die, but maybe not, also. I just
Dying is always a Dying is always a possibility, but thank you.
We need to get you to a healer. Like now.
Rush. Is there a healer somewhere?
Rush will take you home, and
Okay.
Charles will send for a healer.
Okay.
Yeah, rich people and stuff.
All right, so you guys are gonna make your way to Rush's house, or are you going to stop at any like Hammerhead Smithy and turn in the sapphires first, or just straight to Rush's house?
I think if a friend is dying, we're going straight to the house and getting Charles
Okay.
to get a healer.
Fair enough.
Alternatively, somebody else could take the sapphires. But I'm just saying.
Split the party.
Let them.
You're in town. No beholder will come and kill you.
Yeah, I mean, Zisha
Can't
does
hear.
not know.
Aurora, if you're talking, we can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Sorry. I was muted. I will take the sapphires. You guys head to the house. I'll be
Sorry
there
for
shortly.
dying.
I will need some food first, but I will take the sapphires and you guys head back to the house.
Sorry for dying, everyone.
Why would you be sorry for that?
That's an inconvenience.
All right, you guys part your ways. Aurora, you watch as Horse Rush and Somri and Dazisha go ahead and go with them.
Yeah, she's not gonna, I hate the phrasing. She's not gonna ride Rush, but but she will walk alongside.
Yet.
Will she walk along that broken road?
Maybe. You don't know.
Sweet. All right. You
Part of her
guys
arc.
begin making your way, right? You guys begin making your way to Rush's house. We will hop over to Aurora, who, within a few minutes, remembers, kind of gets her footing and heads shortly over to Hammerhead Smithy. You see the lights are still on through the window. Do you want to go right on in?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I do.
Once again, you're kind of, this being only your second time in here, you're kind of thrown back by the juxtaposition of how rickety the outside looks to how fine and dignified the inside looks. Let me change the music because you're not in the jungle anymore. You're around town. Bring it around town. And as you enter, you don't see anyone in the shop at the moment. At least not up front.
I'll walk up to the counter and say, hello?
You hear some clanging and banging in the back, like you may have startled someone. Be right there, one sec. And in a few moments, Hammerhead Smithy appears. And again, he's a middle to late age, 40 to 50-year-old. Similar appearance to Rush with that blue skin, but kind of more elvish features on top of the blue skin. And shocking white hair as well, down to about their shoulders. Did you grab the sapphires already?
We did. I got them right
great.
here.
Awesome.
Pile all of them up on the counter. And then
Awesome,
I'll heave
awesome.
the big one out of the bag.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised you were able to find one that big. Thank you so much. How many did I say you guys had gotten total last session? Or, like, equivalent? It was, like, 25, didn't I? Because, it's your job to take notes, not mine.
Yeah, we got the 20 worth that we were after, and then that massive one that was halfling sized.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Because it was literally half my body because I had my arms and legs wrapped around it.
Yep.
Perfect. So we'll say it was about 100 total, 120 total worth of sapphires. Thank you so much. You went above and beyond. Thank you so much. I guess
you're welcome.
You're wanting payment now. Let's see. Let's do. How does 50 gold? Actually, you know what? Because you did so much, we'll do 100 gold. And if you come back tomorrow morning, I'll have a little something else for you as well.
Okay. And did you find any information on the stone we left you, or do you need that a little longer?
Oh, stone. Yes, as a matter of fact, you kind of threw me. I'm sorry, I was so shocked by that big sapphire, I nearly forgot. One sec. He disappears into the back, and you see some rummaging. You hear some rummaging as he comes back, and his hands are clothed, and you see him holding this. Where's it at? This deep, rich purple stone that is wrapped in carved tentacles, and the tentacles, as he turns his hands in the light, seem to almost be clenching and moving around the stone as he turns it in the light. So I know it looks a little different than when you dropped it off, but here it is. Please get it out of my shop. I don't want anything to do with it. I know if this is what I think it is, this is incredibly rare and long forgotten to history. I have a feeling this might be what is called the Abysmal Amethyst. And he holds it out for you.
I take it and take the cloth and wrap it up and put it in my pouch.
And he hands you this vial of what looks to be this bluish, blackish blood. And he goes, now, I'm not sure what little I do know about this thing. This may activate it, be it temporarily or whatnot. I don't think it's dangerous to activate, at least not to whoever activates it. Whatever consequences come from activating it, that's a different story. But just be careful. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. What is the history? Did you find any history on it, or what's it used for?
That's all I know. All I can say is, like I said, it's possible if what I know of by mythical gems and gemstones, which is pretty extensive as it is what I do. The Abysmal Amethyst is a relic that was once thought to have fallen from the sky itself, almost being a piece of a star as you were. And it is as old as can be. I know it was coveted by the Twilight Guard many years ago, nearly half a millennia ago. But that is all, and I don't know why they would have liked it. You gotta understand, after the elves and all what we refer to here on the island, or at least myself, as the conflict, a lot of the written history and stuff was destroyed. And then you had a few other conflicts here and there. You had the cleansing of the free cities of Ruth Karthak that just decimated written history of all magical items. But all I do know is this, is if this is the Abysmal Amethyst and it is in your possession, something, I don't know what, might be looking for it and might be coming for you.
Okay. Thank you. We'll be back tomorrow, but thank you for looking for the information for this.
No problem.
And with that, I'll give him a wave and head out the door to Rush's house.
All right. You are able to pull in. Surprisingly, not too much longer. You're able actually to catch up to Rush and Somri and Zisha like about 10 to 30 minutes before they get to Rush's house. And you guys get to Rush's house, no problem. It is beginning to be an evening now, just with how long it takes to get from one end of town to the next, about another hour or so. And you arrive at Rush's house, no problem.
Okay. I turned everything in, guys. I got us some money. He said come back tomorrow for a bit of extra. Something extra he has for us tomorrow morning.
Hopefully I'm around tomorrow morning.
Bum, bum, bum. Plot twist.
Omri's dead.
But let's get you inside, Somri, and then I need to discuss what he said about the stone that we left there.
You can discuss it. It's fine.
Well, let's get you inside so we can get you healed. We don't need you killing over dead in the middle of the floor or the road.
Yeah.
That's just bad manners.
Well, Rush can just trot straight inside. This is a family home of multiple generations of druids. It is built for
animal sizes.
Just such situation. Yeah.
I love it.
All the doors have like special handles so that paws and hooves can open them. There's lots of ropes with bells at the end, so you can just...
If you have to go to the bathroom, bring it.
They are special toilets.
Help me.
Special toilets.
Oh.
Every druid is housebroken.
Charles is a very patient man.
As you walk into the door, you use your little hoof to open the door, and you clip-clop in. You just hear from down the hall, Master Rush, please, not to be a horse in the house. We don't have the staff right now.
I'm just going to let out like a death wheeze.
we need help.
As dramatically as possible.
Rush will whinny. A whinny of urgency.
I'm gonna need a sound effect for that.
I'm trying to
think. There you go. Master Rush, if it's an emergency, clop twice, please.
Clop, clop.
And Charles comes almost gliding down the hall rather quickly. What seems to be the emergency? Do I need to call your mother, Rush?
It's Somri.
Clap once for yes, twice for no.
Can Mother heal?
She is very talented, but also knows the connections of people more talented than herself.
Somri's
By
the
all
one that's sick.
means.
Rush isn't
Rush is
hurt per se.
All right, Summer, is it? Come here, and with ease, you notice Charles picks you up off a Rush, like incredibly easy, and not quite like cradles you in his arms, but kind of like throws you over his shoulder like a sack of potatoes, gently, but without much
Most
effort. And
gentle sack of potatoes.
follow me, please, this way to our infirmary wing. And
I
he
can't
begins to
follow
lead
you
down.
anywhere. I'm just gonna.
I wasn't talking to
carry
you,
me.
madam. I was not talking to you. You're
Charles
sick,
is
you should rest. You need to conserve your
sad.
energy, madam.
Charles
And
is
he
so
begins-
sassy.
He's so,
Charles,
but so
are you
strong.
are you a caster? Do you cast spells and whatnot?
I am not, madam. I never learned the arcane arts and was not gifted with any sort of magical ability.
Oh, good.
Uh,
I think it
I
means
mean-
you have less a chance to get sick.
Perhaps. Rush, if you would, you'll find your mother out on the back patio. I recommend you not to be in horse form when you see her. I know she is meeting with some people at the moment. Do you tell her we are in the infirmary wing, please?
Rush will shift back, and even though mechanically wouldn't still have the symbiotic entity for RP reasons, still has
Still
the
definitely has
symbiotic entity going.
And Charles will see this
Well-
just as
well-
like you separate, and he goes, maybe horse might have been better, but too late now. And he just disappears down the hall with who's ever following him and Somri.
I will follow after Somri.
I've never been buttled like this before.
Retro, Scuttle buttle.
Good.
You're being
Buttle.
scuttled by a buttle.
Never would have thought.
How dare. Does Zisha follow Somri and Aurora, follow Rush, or just kind of do her own thing?
Well, she's standing there in the middle of this like pretty. It's a nice house, right? Like really nice house.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
So
extravagant and opulent, more so than anything you've seen on this island.
yeah, so she's kind of standing in the middle of it, just like looking around, and she sees Rush go off one way, and then the other two, and Charles go off the other way, and kind of like, and then goes with the bigger group.
Okay. All right. Rush will go with you first. You again make your way, no problem, to the back patio. And you see your mom chatting with, oh, what is her name? Did I don't think I actually put her name in here. No, that's the innkeeper. That's the fishmonger guy. Whoever the police chief person was that I had mentioned so many sessions ago.
Have it somewhere. Dang it. Why isn't it on this page?
Chief Medallia.
Chief Medallia. Hey,
Yep.
Same time.
Same time. Jinx.
We both had it. Yeah.
We both had it. Awesome. You see your mother and Chief Medallia talking. Give me a perception check. I know your passive perception is really high, but please give me a perception check.
Yeah. So 24.
24. As you are closing in on the glass doors that lead to the back patio, and you reach out and touch the handle and make the noise of opening the door, you notice your mother and Chief are holding hands, and they break holding hands rather quickly when they hear the noise of the door.
Oh, good for her. Good for Mom.
Get it, Rush's mom.
I gotta remember how I did your mom's voice now. I know it was snooty up
also, when Rush sees that, Rush will put more of an effort into making noise to announce that they're there. Like clear throat and like jiggle the handle slightly too much, you know, to really like. Yep.
Almost forget how the door is a push door.
Oh, it's crazy me. Yeah.
I love it.
Sometimes.
Hey,
Chief.
You see him fully. You see him take a full step back from each other, just kind of to like turn and look at you. Man, I do not remember how I did your mom's voice. Hold on. Darling Yavis, what brings you back?
Right. So, listen, the white gorilla thing, they had like 4 arms. Man, Mom, they're like right past the waterfall. They're not even north. And there was these villagers, and there was an attack, and one of them got taken, and I'm really sorry. I tried to stop it, and I couldn't stop it. But it
Rush,
was
darling,
no,
breathe. Rush,
you need to
breathe,
know all the
breathe.
things.
I know, Rush. Take a breath. You're rambling.
Yeah, but it's all important.
Chief Dahlia has been already informing me of some of the stuff she's already found herself. So take a deep breath.
Okay. So these people were attacked.
Who?
And there weren't any
Where?
guard. Just, you know where we gather food for the festival?
Over by Sharkfin Cove, yes.
Where the cabbages are.
Yes.
Right there.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dahlia, you said you didn't encounter any until you got miles north, correct? You see the chief just kind of taking in what you're saying and nodding the head. Yeah, but we weren't over that way.
Well, these things are, and they totally took and probably ate a Mardoth Hammerhull, one of the, the archaeologists that never even made it to the north of the island yet, which is where Ironbark totally said there were some bad dudes. So that's a thing. Also,
you see,
my friend Samri is totally dying right now. So, Mom, if you could just bust a greater resto on her, that'd be solid.
You see her hung up on the name you said. Oh God, stupid one note. Did you say Mordoth got taken?
Yeah, and probably eaten. I'm sorry, I tried to save him, but I'm not strong enough.
Yeah.
So I get to live with that guilt forever. I hope you have money for a therapist.
I love it. Chief, we need twice as many guards on guard duty. I think it's maybe even pertinent that we send a small force to the cabbage patches and have them track from there. You see the chief just kind of nod and begin to leave.
Real quick though, this is cool. It's fine. You don't have to be weird about it. And he kind of motions between the two of them. But also my friend is dying, so just if we could just wrap all this up, that'd be great.
You see the chief just kind of look over at your mom and look back at you and just look back at your mom for a minute. That very awkward silence for a solid 4 or 5 seconds. And then just, you see with your passive, you notice they are both incredibly red in the cheeks and flustered from your statement of like, this, whatever this is fine, don't worry about it. And then the chief leaves. And then your mom goes, Rush, take me to your friend right away.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Probably my room. Charles took her. Oh, wait, no.
Perfect.
Maybe. Where does he
Infirmary.
normally take sick people?
He
We have,
takes
like-
you to the infirmary wing, darling.
Yeah, that one. I never go there.
I know, because
Well,
you
it
never
smells
get
like
sick.
peppermint. It's weird.
Smells like peppermint and onions.
Yeah.
Because onions fix everything.
Garlic.
Garlic. Yeah.
Garlic, that too. You quickly make your way to the infirmary wing, and you see Charles has laid Somri out on a bed, and as they come in, you see Rush's mother look over at Zisha, kind of up and down a little bit, and just nods, having seen you once before. And the mom begins to look over, and at this point, Somri is just caked in sweat, looks worn out, but not getting any worse at the moment.
Just sweaty.
Just
There's a sheen.
Just moist.
Just
Moist.
No,
Just-
no, no.
just damp.
No, no, no.
Just damp.
There's
I
light
can do
sheen.
damp, but
Just moist.
mm.
Beginning
This
to look
Jord
like
ASMR now.
welcome to
Moist.
the velvety sounds of Vuuldonia by Starlight. As, you know, I don't have nails, otherwise I'd make the clicky nail sound.
I don't think I can even do it.
I
I
can't
have
do it.
them. I have the acrylics. I can do it.
There we go. There we go. Perfect.
Yeah, she's just kind of standing in a corner, looking a little bit awkward, but also kind of admiring everything. She's, not super familiar with nobility, or anyone really, really rich. So
I'll be
she's
next to next to Somri, like holding her hand basically.
It's
Like, don't leave me.
damn. It's like soggy.
Yeah.
You
You'll see me switching hands on occasion and wiping it on my dress.
you watch as your
Put
mom
socks
kind
on
of
my hands.
begin socks on. You watch as your mom kind of goes over to a random cabinet, pulls out some various incense and other things. Oh, excuse me.
bless you.
Pulls out various incense and other magical items and begins laying them around Somri as she waves her hands over and places one hand on Somri's head, and you see this faint green glow kind of pulsing from your mom's hand, Rush. As she lifts it away, she goes, looks at Charles. Charles, please, Rush, do you remember in which direction this, at the time when you met them, where Ironbark was?
Yeah. And gives the directions.
Okay.
That Rush knows.
Charles,
since he does.
please send some 2 guards to go find Ironbark, just because this is out of my realm of ability. I think he might be the only one that can help at this point. I do know Somri, correct? You're not going to die yet.
There.
Just a side note, you just blew Rush's mind that his mom couldn't do something.
Does Rush
this
have like
day
this
has
ultimate
already
hero
been
com-
traumatic.
Does Rush have just
and
like
now
this
mother
hero
can't
complex?
fix this. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Why can't
So
mom
Rush's
fix this?
big-
This is ridiculous.
Rush's big story arc is parents are not flawless. Oof.
What a day.
Right? Not Rush is straight up not having a good time at this point. What, Summer, can you, I know you are a spellcaster per se. Can you cast a higher level spell for me, please?
Sure.
One that preferably doesn't destroy my house.
I can cast Enhance Ability.
Okay,
It's
any
a level 2.
spell.
I mean, it's a level
Alright,
2
perfect.
spell, so yeah, I'll just cast that as.
All right.
I'm gonna cast it on her as we'll do Fox's Cunning, which is advantage on intelligence checks.
Okay. That might work out. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Me? Me?
Yeah.
Why did I do that? 15. I hate
15.
these dice. But that's
As
fine.
you begin to do the motions to cast this, how does Enhance Ability look when Somri casts it?
I like the idea that it takes the form of a lot of, like, it looks like glitter, but the really chunky glitter when it catches the light,
All right.
and it surrounds the person that she's casting it on.
Okay.
And it does like
Perfect.
a swirly effect.
Okay. You watch as this glitter begins to form and swirl in your hand, and you having cast this probably once or studying on how to cast it and gaining the knowledge from being a cleric and whatnot, you can tell the spell takes hold on Rush's mom, but you notice that it kind of flickers. Because how long does it last?
Up to an hour, it's concentration spell.
Up to an hour. Okay. And as you feel it take hold, you're concentrating on it. All of you see this brilliant display of glitter and light kind of surround Rush's mom. And Somri, you just let it fall unintentionally as you feel your magic is almost weaker right now. And at that point, in the instant before it fades, you see Rush's mom kind of racking her brain a little bit, and she goes, I didn't think we'd ever see this on the island. Thought it was a mainland issue. And then the spell fades completely. What I do know, Somri darling, is a long rest is definitely, if we can't get a hold of Ironbark, and truthfully he may not even be here till tomorrow morning, depending on if they've moved camp, if they can find him. I know that jungle is hard to navigate through. All I can say right now is rest.
All right. Well, good, because I'm exhausted. I just got permission to sleep. Yes.
Some like mimosas would probably help her, I think.
Yes. Your mom said only one mimosa per person.
No
This
mimosas
is my chance.
for a sick person.
It'll help me
Rush,
sleep.
you can have one too.
But like the vitamins.
Your clearly shaken nerves. And Rush, I need you to take a few deep breaths. You are clearly shaken by today. I can tell. You don't have to lie to Mother. I literally see it on your skin.
Yes, you may want to have the doctor look at him as well. That's a lot of fungus. It's usually just on feet, but it's everywhere.
Clearly, have you not met a spores druid before, my darling?
A what?
You see, this kind of thing can happen in a sense of emotional distress. It's completely normal. Rush is coming into their powers, and whatnot. That's all. It's nothing to worry about. It's not contagious or anything like that. You
Do
see,
you have to scrape
Rush,
it off? Are they edible? The mushrooms?
No, they're definitely not. They're super poisonous.
Oh.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, so don't eat them. I know Rush's grandfather, my father, was also a spores druid. That his mushrooms were not quite poisonous, as more as caused visions in people, and whatnot. It all depends on the person itself, and whatnot. But Rush comes from a long line of druids. Everything is okay. Everything's fine. Rush just needs to go meditate for a little bit and realize that today is not their fault. They are special, they are smart, and they are kind.
Azisha looks like a little bit creeped out.
And as Rush's mom says that, she literally pinches Rush's cheeks. At one cheek at the last moment. Now,
Mom,
I
stop.
do recommend.
All right, I'm gonna go chill.
Okay,
Go get your good stuff, Rush.
Yeah.
Rush, darling.
What was the name of that one?
Maybe take from mom the stash that we have in the above the mantle.
Oh, okay, awesome. Thank you.
Perfect. I do recommend, Somri, you rest here in the infirmary. What you have isn't contagious per se, but with what seems to be a group full of spellcasters, I'd rather you not be close to us while you rest. That's all.
Okay. Well.
Maybe Aurora could stay if she puts a pillow over her face so she doesn't spread the germs.
It isn't a breathable thing. It's just what little I do know about what is going on. It is. I'd rather have everyone be out of the room until either Ironbark gets here or basically until tomorrow morning. No exceptions.
Oh, right. Okay.
How old is Rush? Asking for curiosity.
Rush is like 19, right? About 19.
So he is an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Still living at
normal.
home with mom.
Very normal behavior from all involved.
All right. So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I'm going to lay here. And I will request also, is there a non-magical person that could be assigned to fetch things so I don't infect the household? I am taking every advantage of this opportunity to be in this rich people's house.
Charles said.
in charge.
Charles' big mistake.
Absolutely. You see the mom
needs to be bottled.
reach over. This time you'll be
Charles is
ladled
in
as
charge of our days.
Charles
and our
in
nights.
charge of our days. But the real question is, was Charles in charge? Was he, though?
No, it was
And as Somri asked this, Rush's mom has already kind of nodded and pulls a rope by the doorway to the infirmary, and you hear a distant ding from a bell as a few moments later a human-looking maid walks in, fine auburn hair down to her waist, about this, just a few years older than Rush, it looks like. Yes, ma'am. How can I help? Just whatever Somri needs, please fetch it for her, within reason, of course. No alcohol, no mimosas. She needs her rest more than anything, but a good meal would probably not hurt her at all.
What about some willow bark tea, since that's a pain reliever?
Absolutely, we can do that for you. Now, the rest of you, out. And one more thing, Tiana, as she says to the maid, no one except for myself, Charles, or who Charles brings with him, mainly a Tortle fellow, are allowed to go in here. Understand? Tiana just kind of nods. Yes, ma'am. Understood. And she turns out the infirmary to go towards the kitchen to grab you the willow bark tea.
Tiana, in Rush's room is a stack of books. They belong to me. Would you mind bringing them?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Great.
As I'm leaving, I will look at Somri. I will narrow my eyes at her and I say, "You don't leave me."
Okay. I have no plans on dying.
And I go.
Before I go, can I have a sample of your blood? I don't have a container, but
Yes. You
give
may.
me,
I'm curious about the.
You may, as long as you share whatever you find out with me.
Okay.
Go ahead and, Zisha, give me an investigation check.
Okay. At least she's straight to the point, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Oh, it's a nat one.
Okay. As you begin to, like, grab your rapier to almost, like, kind of poke Somri to draw blood, you feel this surprisingly firm grip on your wrist as Rush's mom grabs your arm and pulls it down. Needles and syringes and vials are over in that cabinet over there.
Oh,
You do know how to operate a needle and syringe, yes?
yes, absolutely. I've done it many times.
Are you... Yeah, she does. She's like, you know what? I, for some reason, don't care if you're lying or not. I trust you to do it.
Okay.
I have so many things on my plate. But please
Yes.
make it quick and out of this room.
Okay.
I'll like do my best to help and be like, yeah, I think this is how you do it. Like,
Yeah. So
Is
I've read about it. I read about it in a book. I theoretically understand.
Somri
Wow.
proficient in medicine or sleight of hand?
You know what? I can use I'm gonna use Knowledge of the Ages, my channel of divinity, and yes, I'm proficient.
Perfect. All right. And which one are you going to be proficient in?
What were my options?
Medicine or sleight of hand?
Definitely medicine.
Okay. All right. So Zisha, you can go ahead and roll with advantage a medicine check.
I wish it was sleight of hand.
Oh, if you want sleight of hand, then it can be
No,
that
too late.
one.
Too late. You already said
It's
it.
okay. It's okay. It's
true.
okay. I believe.
I believe in us.
believe.
Otherwise,
Okay.
I'll just
Power
get
of
really
the-
bruised.
Medicine, advantage. Let's go. D&D Beyond. I didn't roll it correctly, I guess.
You're fine.
I'll make another one. So 15 for the first. Yeah, so it would be 15. The higher.
All right. Perfect. You, for a second, you kind of look at where you haven't really seen a lot of half orcs, so it takes you a second to be able to distinguish just kind of how their veins might look a little different from the skin. But as you place your hand, you're able to feel the heat, pretty well where a vein is, and you find an old juicy vein, an old thick boy, right in Somri's forearm. As you dig the needle in and slowly pull out a vial worth
Dig
of
the
Somri
needle in.
blood.
Oh.
Just go exploring, go wrenching
Yeah,
down in there.
she probably misses a couple times, but she doesn't seem bothered by it in the
But you
least. She's
dig
just like,
around
"Oh,
in there,
smash
you'll
it."
find it.
Yeah.
Right. You miss about once, so Somri does take a point of piercing damage.
Oh no.
But you do find it without too much delay, and you get a vial of Somri blood.
All right. So with that done, she will safely dispose of the needle and syringe by leaving it on the bedside table, and
And here I was about to say PSA: discard your sharps, kids.
I'm just gonna leave it here.
so she will do that and say thank you. Maybe we will learn something.
We can only hope.
Try not to die.
I will.
Okay.
Do my best.
Okay. Bye. She goes.
Love it. All right. Everyone has left. Somri is chillaxing in the infirmary ring.
Waiting for my
what do the rest of you? Yeah. What do the rest of you want to do?
Rush goes and retrieves the stash from the mantle, and then goes to the hookah room.
I like how we're just adding these rooms onto Rush's house. Like, this house is going to be fucking massive by the time we leave.
Yeah, well, then it doesn't have to be a big room. You know,
It's like 4 foot by 4 foot.
It's a closet.
I was about to say, I was just about to say that.
Yeah,
It's been
I was just about to say, I
repurposed.
love the idea that the hookah closet is just the broom closet that Rush hides the hookah in.
Look, it's because you
For
can
some reason,
hotbox
they-
in there.
it doesn't make sense though. If his
Perfect.
mom has a stash, there's going to be a hookah room.
That's
Yeah,
true.
absolutely.
So
It could double as a living room. One of many.
Love it.
But yeah, so that's where Rush will be, and a lot of the glass ornamentation and stuff involved in the various hookahs Rush has blown themselves, so
I like
it's
it.
all very oceanic and pretty.
I like it.
And there's you know, it's just a very chill vibe where Rush is right now.
Some
And Rush
Deadpool
just
Great
fucked up.
posters. Love
Yeah.
it. All
I
right.
am going to see if I could get food, and then I'm going to take some into Rush and sit with them. Sit with them.
Okay. Perfect.
So if they get the munchies, I have the munchies for them.
Excellent. Rush will also offer to share the hookah. You know, you can partake also.
Yes, because I need to
Perfect.
sit and rest and get some food because I
Mhm.
need heals.
Yeah.
All right.
Unless directly invited somewhere, Zisha's just gonna
Stand in the hallway.
stand in the legit, just stand in the hallway, just looking around.
As I'm coming back with the plate of food, do I notice Azisha standing there?
They're hands knitted in front of her, just
I'm gonna say no because you probably would have headed out before Zisha finished getting the blood.
Okay. Now, the
You're just
question
stuck in the
is,
hallway.
Which
Yeah,
direction
sit here all night.
is the hookah room? Do I have to go past the infirmary?
You do not.
Okay. Right, then I'm gonna go. Yeah, just plop down beside Rush.
All right.
Your only
we will
hope
hop
is
back over to
Charles.
Samri. Right? Who knows where he's at right now? And at this moment, we'll hop back to Samri. You still feel incredibly weak. You're still sweating a little bit, but not as much. And at about this time, Tiana walks back in with a tray with a teapot on it and a fresh cup, steaming hot, and in one hand, and then in the other hand, you see her balancing the pile of books. She sets. You see her kind of look around for a second, seeing as there is the used needle on the bedside table. You watch as she kind of says a few words under her breath, and the needle flies up and then magically goes over to the trash and sets it down. And she goes, "Don't worry, I'm not a magic caster by nature. That's just a little trick I pulled up. I can barely ever do it once a day." And then she sets down the books on your lap as well.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Is there anything else you would like?
Not right now. I'm gonna probably end up resting for a bit. Might be hungry
Good
later,
idea.
but whenever everybody else sits down to eat, if you wouldn't mind just bringing me some food, that'd be great.
Most definitely, ma'am. If you need me, just pull that rope right there by the door.
Will do. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. And she kind of nods and leaves. Is Summer just going to basically drink the tea and then pass out, or do anything special?
Nope, just drinks the tea, maybe reads until she sleeps.
All right. Any particular book you're reading or anything?
I'll reread the pirate one. It sounds fun.
All right. Sounds good. We will hop back over to Zisha at this point. Tiana, you saw Tiana walk by you with the books and the tea and is walking back empty-handed. And she walks by you, like about 10 steps, stops, kind of turns around. She's like, Are you okay? Can I get you anything? Why are you standing in the hall?
Nobody told me where to go. I don't live here.
Oh, she's just kind of taken back by the decorum of that statement alone. Let's see, Rush problem. Right this way. I have a feeling I know where Master Rush is. Master Yarvis is. I'll lead you right to them. By all means. And in a few moments, you are in the hookah room as well. At which point, you see Rush just encased in smoke.
Yeah. Hey, I was wondering where you went.
I was waiting in the hallway.
Dope, you should sit down and smoke with us.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Yeah. Get in here, man.
Okay. She will join
Alright.
them and smoke way more than she should.
I have snacks, so we should be good. I brought the snacks.
Hey,
Zisha, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
It's a 3.
hell
You
yeah.
grab this hookah,
So
taking
fitting
a
that she keeps
huge,
rolling.
and you taking a big heap, and instantly just start coughing, tears streaming down your eyes, almost coffee bad enough for snot's coming out your nose, but not quite.
Wrong pipe.
Yeah, you gotta,
It's the breathing pipe, right?
yeah.
Okay.
You don't want to swallow it.
I get it
I don't
next
know how you
time.
swallow smoke. Don't do that.
I'll get it next time.
Yeah. And what the maid's name was Tatiana? Is that right?
Tiana.
Tiana. Hey, T. Can you bring us around some more crunchy snacks?
She nods. Somehow you see it in the smoke, and she leaves.
Excellent. Well,
All right.
this is my night, guys. I don't know what you want to do. We were supposed to go to that tavern and camp out, but fucking, I'm beat.
We're gonna have to do it another day. I need a nap.
Yeah.
Me
All
as
right.
well.
So you guys continue to just hookah it up.
Hookah it up.
And you let yourselves fall into a hazy, smoke-fueled sleep. At which point you all can mark down a long rest. Samri, as you mark down a long rest, I need another Constitution saving throw, please.
All right, well. 12.
12? Okay. You wake up towards the end of the sleep feeling almost brand new. You feel totally rejuvenated. You have received all the benefits of a long rest. So you can unmark that level of exhaustion.
Excellent.
And that is where we'll end tonight's episode, everyone.
Delight.
Delightful. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Glad to be back after a few weeks off. As always, you can catch myself and Lindsay every Tuesday with our flagship campaign, Immortals, on Spotify, iTunes, Anchor, anywhere podcasts are performed. You can see all of us here at Vuuldonia By Starlight again on the second. However, important note, the second will not be a live episode. It will be pre-recorded. Just so you guys know, we are going to be recording an episode just due to some scheduling stuff and whatnot. Other than that, again, if you missed any part of this episode and you guys want to go back to watch it, you can see it here on Twitch, or it will be uploaded directly to our YouTube. So other than that, guys, thank you so much. Let's see who. Perfect. We are going to head over and raid a lovely Twitch follower we have, and just to return and pay it forward.
Yeah,
as
now
well.
I know what that is.
So,
I didn't know last
same
time.
here.
Now I know.
Same here.
Great.
Yeah.
But as always, guys,
Listen, I'm old.
That's okay.
it's okay. It happens. As always, guys, I'm Jordan here at Practical Heroes. May the dice always roll in your favor. We love you. Keep playing. Bye.
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 Let's see. Oh, 6 seconds, 7 seconds till the raid. There we go. Awesome.
We'll just keep waving.
Yeah. Awesome. There we go.
Wax on.
Did it.
Wax on.
I have no idea how to tell if the raid works. think
I
it
did. I have
Okay,
the stream
sweet.
open, so it went through.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it went through.
Awesome. Perfect. All right. Wait, what? All right. So I think we can stop going live now. I don't know how this works.
Do we do the?
I don't know. I'll look into it. I'm just gonna stop the live stream. Bye. If anyone's still
Oh,
seeing
wait.
us.
They're not online.
Oh, they're not.
Mm-mm.
Weird.
Oh, dang it. Oh, no result.
They're hosting someone, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, if we didn't get a raid with this one, it's okay. So we're still probably totally live. It's fine. All right. It's literally on
It's
the par
fine.
with every single time we stream. Something happened. It's fine. We love you guys so much. Bye.
Bye.